Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
Mm,
Do you want the jar shooter ones? Do you want these jar shooter ones, bro?
that's crazy.
Hey, what is up, guys? Hope you're all having a great time out there. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to episode 70 of the Shoot Up podcast. And yeah, bro, do you want those jar shooter ones, bro?
Bruh. Bruh.
Let me bring it back up. Somebody purpose custom fit and the logo to look like
hmm
Josh dunking, but he's shooting dunking. He's
Yeah,
Jordan. He's Jordan shooting.
it's the jump man, but instead of the ball, he got the pistol. It took me a second. He got
No,
the
no, no, no. The gunman. The gunman.
gunman. Gunman. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Instead of jump man, it's gunman.
who gets the gunman?
Yeah, that's what it
I
is.
saw
That's who
that.
he is.
I saw that the other day and I was laughing. I was in stitches, bro, because basically I looked at that and said, bro, they're doing the utmost to let Jar know what Jar done.
Hey man, that guy's he a mess, man. He a mess. And the listen, the commissioner ain't playing.
Yeah. What's
He,
happened so far? What's the update?
a reporter asked the commissioner about it during the press conference. Obviously, like we in the finals right now, right? This is the big show for the league.
Yeah.
Outside of the All-Star game is the NBA
It's big show.
finals.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so Adam Silver ain't no fool. He not finna do this while the finals going on.
Yeah, yeah.
But rest assured, within probably the next week after the finals, because I think the decision already made.
You reckon?
Yeah. But for the sake of the league's appearance, they're gonna let the game play out, end of the season, crown the champion, parade, celebration, blah 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 for about 4 or 5 days, and then we gonna hear what's gonna happen with Ja. He probably gonna get
Yeah.
about 25, 30 games, something like
Man,
that.
you reckon?
Yeah, he gonna have to get some games, bro. Because he
But
did.
the thing,
He
the
they
thing
gave
is,
him 8. The first time they gave him 8 games, and time he had time served because he had already missed like 3 or 4 games
yeah,
from the
yeah.
team suspending him.
Okay.
So he only missed really 8 games. Like the sentence didn't start after the verdict. You know what I'm saying? They prorated the
Right.
sentence. You know what I mean? So he
But
really
I
did.
got I,
And they say he went to some little rehab clinic in Florida. Did he really?
well, it looks from the actions, it doesn't look like he learned anything because basically, I think that's detrimental.
Well,
I know
that's
that.
what the commissioner said. I'm sorry to cut you off. The commissioner said they have done further investigation. Blah 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 blah. And it was the further investigation piece of what he said, I think, that made the most sense for my argument. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, bruh, it's the NBA. Like, this one of the most powerful organizations in the world. You know what I'm saying?
I
It's a lot
I
of them.
agree with that.
It's a
I
lot of
agree
them,
with
but the
that.
NBA is one of them. It's the NBA is a huge corporation
Yeah, but the thing
worldwide.
is, I think it's more detrimental to the player because if you really think about it, if he had 8 games off, he hasn't learned his lesson, and obviously he's done so what he's done, and basically it means he might get banned for 20 games. What my discussion or what my thought process is, you're gonna let this guy have 20 games off, or even 8 games is too much. 20 games off, right? Or 20, however much he gets. He's just going to have time on his hands to do stupidity again, and that's the problem with the situation. Is you let a player like that sit around, he's going to do something.
Well, he got to figure it out, bro.
Yeah,
I understand what you're saying
you know, you know,
100%.
you know what I'm
I
saying.
agree.
Yeah,
I agree with you 100%. Um, but this is where John Morant has to think about what he has to lose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, and I agree, and I agree. It's on him to be better, but unfortunately, what happens is when you got idle, what do you call it? Idle hand cause chaos. So
Right.
basically, you do nothing. You haven't got nothing to do. You get agitated. You want to do something. You want to go out. You want to go out with your friends. You end up going out with your friends. All of a sudden, you get wrapped up in an altercation. You're not supposed to be in that altercation. So I'm saying you
Yeah.
if you were playing, then
Well,
yeah,
he's busy. Like I don't think he has too much outside of basketball going on.
okay,
To be honest with you. So he just kicking it, you know, and he young, he just
hmm
kicking it. He got a lot of money. He can do what he want to do. I mean, when you're not hooping, I can only imagine, bro. Like for we all know guys like John Morant. They're just not millionaires.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Imagine
yeah,
imagine certain people that you know, they might not even be in your life, but people that you've
yeah.
come across, people that you've met,
I know,
old acquaintances or whatever. Imagine these people with $100 million.
bro.
Their life would be
The
chaos.
beyond chaos, and I think sometimes this is a blessing for them not to have that capability because basically it's a self-destructive capability.
He got to turn it
And
off, bro. He got. I mean, ain't no way around it. He just got to turn it off.
you have to change. You have to try and change human nature because that's if your human nature is to go and do chaos and go and just flash and be it's like a boys thing like, oh yeah, look at me, I've got this, I've got that. No, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. Calm down,
if
calm down.
if that's what he gonna do, um, I would hate to see it. You know, we've seen it before with other players. You know, Lamar Odom, Delonte West.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
you know, like I hate to see it, but it's possible.
yeah.
We can't say it's not possible. I don't want that for him. I'm
I
not
want
trying
the
to
best
speak
for.
that. I'm
I
not
want
trying
the
to
best
speak
for
that
him.
for him. Let
I
me
want
say
the
that.
best for him.
I'm not
You
trying to
know
speak
why?
that.
Yeah, but I want the best for him. You know why I want the best for him? Because it means we see the best skill set in the NBA. We
Well,
see the best players in the NBA.
bro, he was already one of the best players. Like all he had to
Yeah.
do was, you know what? And we can. I want to end it here.
Yep.
This is what Kobe Bryant was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is what Kobe. If
I know what
Kobe
you mean.
was here, if Kobe was here, Kobe would have snatched Ja up. I think.
Yeah. And
Dudes
then
would be
and
flocking to Kobe still, bro.
hmm?
Dudes would be flocking to him still. I think
Yeah. Just
because he is. I'm gonna take it deep right here, kind of a little sideways deep. Kobe, in my opinion, should have been to these young guards what Akeem Olajuwon ended up being to the young big men.
yeah.
Because when Akeem Olajuwon in the summertime would work out with these young bigs and teach them footwork, guess who else went
Hmm.
and learned footwork from Akeem Olajuwon? Kobe,
Yeah.
Tracy McGrady. You know, like some of the greatest players ever learned from the dream. I was thinking about this independently, just on thinking about basketball the other day. Hakeem Olajuwon at a certain point gonna get too old to be able to, physically be out there teaching you stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who is I don't know who that is for this generation. Maybe it'll be LeBron when he done. But like, cause KG don't do it,
No.
um, T Mac don't do it, Vince don't do it, don't that I know of. Cause when Akeem did it, we knew about it because it was recorded and it was put out to show this is was this was a weird was real right here.
Maybe it was going to be Kobe that took over that. I don't know. But but obviously he's passed away.
Mike don't do it. I mean, bro, why Michael Jordan don't teach these young players one on one? Like teach
Don't know.
them. You own the team, bro. This is your investment, and you keep getting these high draft picks, these guards, and these wings. Why not get real with them? Like get to know them for real, and get down with them and really show them the fucking Jordan way.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know,
And
bro. That's one thing I don't understand. Michael Jordan's the best player ever. I think. Well, he took Kobe in under his wing. He took a couple of other players. LeBron. I think he's got to his training camps and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't know, bro.
that just made me mad, man. I'm sorry.
Did they?
I'm sorry. That just made me mad. Let's talk
You
about
know why?
because this
But
is the Shootout Podcast.
yeah, I know why. Because you want the best for the NBA. You want to see the best skill set, the best plays, the best matches with the best skill players. And I understand that because obviously nobody wants to see two bums boxing, do they?
No.
Exactly. Exactly. So
But
that's
yeah,
actually
man,
frustrating.
shout out to Nikola Jokic, man. We calling him, people calling him the best player in the NBA right now, based on what he's doing. He is making
He's doing.
it look easy. Him
He's
and
doing
Jamal
numbers.
Murray.
Hmm.
Another shout out to Jimmy Butler. He ain't scared.
But who
And
you got your money
every
on? Because
time,
last week.
go
God.
ahead, go ahead.
No, because last week we were talking about the Celtics being 3-0 down, they come back to 3-3, and you was like,
Right.
okay, yeah, because and we just realized that nobody's done the sweep. No, nobody's come back from a sweep like a 3-0 down
No,
ever.
it's hard to win 4 straight when you've lost already.
Three,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, 3 in a row.
Like it didn't happen for him. But Denver won game 1 of the NBA Finals convincingly. Jokic showed out. Murray showed out. Um, the others for Miami, meaning everybody except Bam and Jimmy, didn't play too well. So Miami wasn't looking right. But for all 3 Miami Heat championships, the 2 with LeBron and the one with Wade and Shaq, none of those teams won game 1.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
history
Let's
is
see
on
what
Miami's
happens.
side.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. But guys, I forgot to mention, please do like, follow, subscribe, come and chat to us, have a conversation, guys. Go and follow 808 Kicks ATL, the bro, and also
Yep.
come follow me at Love Kick Customs. So 808 Kicks ATL and Love Kick Customs. We're on the socials. We're on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and obviously go and listen to us on if you have audio channels, go and listen to us on the podcast or the audios, which is iTunes and all of that stuff, Google Podcasts, all of that stuff, guys. But today, let's go into these quick strikes, bro. You ready? You ready for these quick strikes? Because today it's been quiet, but you know what we discussed last week? We discussed this last week, bro. We discussed how important Travis Scott is at the moment. We discussed how important he is to Nike and Jordan brand, and also now we're discussing another sneaker that actually could be coming our way. And this is, if I can get it up quickly to show you, this is the Jordan 3. Travis Scott, which is now seems to be more of a rumor that's coming true.
If you finna pull up what I think you finna pull up.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and pull this up. I don't know why I can't find it now. I can find it. There you go, bro. This is basically what it looks like, or what the mock-ups thinks it's gonna look like. It might be the Air Max. It might look like the Air Max 1 satin gold. It kind of looks like the Pure Money Freeze. Very much like the Pure Money Freeze. It's got a little bit of that reverberation on it. I don't agree with the swoosh. If you put a swoosh on it, then you make it a Tinker Travis 3.
No,
But
I love the backward swoosh on this. This
do
is a
you?
killer. This is a killer mock-up, bro. This is a
I don't
killer
think it's gonna have
mock-up.
a swoosh. I don't think it's gonna have a swoosh.
It may not, and that's okay, because we know the swoosh is a relative thing,
Yeah.
and the 3 has there are 3s with a swoosh, so it may or may not happen. I like it with the swoosh. I like it like this, but I know this may not happen. So
You know what? I want a reverse mocha from Travis Scott. You know where he got the mocha freeze. Rather than the mocha being on the elephant print, I want the uppers to be that suedey brown, and then the elephant print to be white. So I want a reverse mocha free. And even if it's got a black swoosh on it, that won't do any harm, you know. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, that would be nice. I'm trying to imagine that with
Yeah,
white elephant print or sail
yeah,
elephant print.
yeah. So elephant print with with the brown, with suede brown on the uppers. More of that white elephant print on the probably eyelets.
What about the leather
Um,
strip? You gonna leave the leather strip leather or make it suede? The leather
what
strip across the medial, right above the
leather?
midsole.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's the one, bro. That's the one.
Premium tumble.
Pre- Tumbled premium everything, bro.
Let's stop talking about it. 'Cause this is my
I
girl.
did.
Should we do it too much?
I heard Nike's looking for innovators. Hint,
Yeah.
hint. But bro, it looks like this could be a possibility this year. Obviously, it looks like J Balvin's doing his free, and looks like Travis Scott might be doing free. But this is compounding what we said last week. Travis Scott is essential at this moment in time for Nike, for Jordan Brand, because we saw him wear a couple of silhouettes recently. We've seen rumors on the 7, they died down. We've seen rumors on the 3, we've seen rumors on the SB Dunk Lows, and there's a rumor that the SB Dunk Low might be in a mocha variation as well, which is similar to the Jordan 1 Low mocha. Because I said this a couple of weeks ago. I said that it was a natural fit for him to go to the SB Lows because they're just like the Jordan 1 Lows anyway.
You need
And
to
this
strip
is,
the push too.
yeah, bro, yeah, bro. Like
Keep it, bro.
I'm just.
Because
It's like,
the first Travis SB is a dope.
yeah,
Not my cup of tea necessarily.
with
If I'm
the friends and family version, yeah.
no, what you mean? I'm
Yeah,
talking about the
actually, you're right.
first Travis SB
Yeah. You're right. You're right. Yeah,
with the blue and the paisley and all that. They was
yeah.
cool. Not my cup of tea. I think he should flip the swoosh every time.
Yeah, yeah, because you automatically this is why I said you like if you get the Nike Dunk SB lows, and you could just basically do what you do with the Jordan 1, bro. Jordan 1 low easily because it's pretty much the same sneaker. It's pretty much the same sneaker, bro.
Yeah.
So there's rumors that the mocha variation might be coming out in the Dunk lows. That's a rumor. Obviously, we got this rumor with this. We got the rumor with the original ones coming back out.
We
We've
got
got
the
rumors with this.
COJP SB lows too, so they can't look too much like those.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah, yeah.
black, you know.
Let's just see, bro. Let's just see, bro. Because basically, it's interesting because, you know, when we talk about, we always talk about like situations where Travis is the lead man, and this is basically next quick strike, bro. This is basically compounding what we've just said because now we're doing kick checks on Travis Scott because, look, bro. He's going up. This is a concert in Amsterdam, and there's recordings of him with wearing this like it looks like they should wear Dunk as well, but a different colorway with a white swoosh, brown tan. If you can see that, it looks like more like the mocha ones. You see what I'm saying? Not the mocha ones, but original the original Jordan 1 lows.
Scissor in the video too.
Yeah. Shout. But bro, see what I'm talking about? We're doing kick checks. Like literally, we are kick checking. Travis Scott, every single thing he's wearing.
Because he's him. And we talked just like we said. One of them two things, if not both, that we said last week. They letting him do whatever he want to do, and he just going crazy, or they asking him to do stuff
and promoting, and he's
still allowing him to go crazy.
Yeah, and you was right when you said this is all about Utopia and his new album, and I was like, you know what, that makes sense because it goes hand in hand with promotion for Nike sneakers, letting Travis go crazy. Hey,
it's summertime. Travis gonna run the bag up.
Exactly, bro.
He might not do Astro World, but please believe it's about to go down. He just popped on stage with SZA. SZA one of the biggest artists in the US.
Yeah, I know, bro. Like, I know that.
Come on, bro. Travis, the album coming. It's finna be up. Golf shoes. What the golf? You got the golf shoe?
Yeah. That's the next quick strike we're moving on to because basically, when we talk about being right, we talk about being right because like we made a statement last week, like Travis is doing a lot. Travis is for Nike and Jordan Brand. He's doing the promotion, doing his album, all of that stuff, and all of a sudden we get the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low Golf And just you know what? It's golf swag. This is just leave it. It's golf swag because basically at the end of the day, yeah, this is the next quick swag, guys. At the end of the day, Nike are just letting him do his thing, and he's doing his thing. And he's not only is he promoting the brand, he's promoting himself, the album. He's doing everything all encapsulated in one move. And this is a brilliant and strategic plans from Nike and Jordan brand.
And he got
Strategically,
no playing
this is
golf.
dope.
Looking
Yeah, where's
like
Khaled?
looking like Travis. He don't need Khaled nowhere. Khaled needs to stay away from Travis.
Are those fours, bro? He's wearing
Yeah,
fours. He's wearing
yeah.
the pine green SB fours, yeah? It looks
Look
like it.
like military black.
Does it? It looks green to me from my screen, but it might be military blacks, but it might be it could be either. Oh,
But are they golf shoes? Is he even wearing golf shoes? I can't tell.
I, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, apart from that, guys,
Look,
and you
look.
know what?
This the picture right here.
Yeah,
This it right here.
yeah,
This
yeah.
what lets you know. This is what lets me know. This picture is what lets me know that this shoe is real, despite how janky the photos look.
Oh, you mean those fours?
Yeah. No. These ones, the Travis Scott low golf.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I mean, these pictures look a little janky to me because the background is cut out. Every time the background cut out, I don't know. Like it could be. This could be in the rep factory. This could be at
Yeah.
Travis' house. This
But
could
we
be.
know, but we know there's definitely a Jordan One low Travis Scott coming out. We know that. You know how many people are gonna start playing golf, bro?
Ain't nobody finna start doing nothing, bro. Ain't nobody finna start doing nothing. This will be the most difficult and probably end up being the most expensive retail golf shoe. I'm not gonna call it a GR because it's
No,
not. It is a
bro,
collab.
this is
So
will
it's
be impossible to get.
check me out. So a collab is not a GR. Are we
No.
going? Are we doing that?
Yeah, collab is not a GR.
So categorically, this will be, I think, the most expensive golf shoe ever.
Yep. Yeah. I'm not gonna
Resale.
say. I'm gonna say even when collab's not being a GR, there's categories of collaborations. You can be in the category of collaborations where you're either a collaboration with a boutique, a collaboration with the mom and papa shop, and then you go up and up and up, and a pinnacle of that is obviously Travis Scott.
Yeah, I mean, wait a minute. Nah, them wasn't the East sides. He should have rocked the East sides. I know he got them.
Yeah.
That's the hardest
But
golf shoe to me. This
but
Travis Lowe ain't got nothing on that East side golf
th-
folk.
this situation right reminds me of when you're cooking. Travis is cooking in the kitchen, and he's spinning his pot. He's spinning his ladle for his pot, and obviously everybody wants a taste. Everybody needs a taste. Everybody's smelling it, and they're like, "This smells good. I smell the paprika. I smell the garlic and the onions. I smell the Cajun chicken. I smell everything. So I want a piece of that." And then this smell is transluting all the way through the atmosphere, and then you've got people just going, "Follow the smell. Follow the hype. Follow the hype. It's
He
alive."
finna, he finna rack up this summer. Travis finna go crazy.
Yeah, I told you it's the rise of the phoenix, bro.
Yeah, he back. He back. He already back. He been back, but he about to go in. And
Yeah, bro.
we done seen and heard of at least 5 different sneakers from him.
I got the best analogy here. The public are Hansel and Gretel, and obviously we are heading towards
Yeah,
that candy house. Yep,
yeah.
we're doing.
He leaving the breadcrumbs for sure, and I can see it, bro. When
Yeah,
this
yeah,
album,
yeah, yeah,
hit, I ain't heard nothing yet. I'm waiting to hear something. I really, really want to hear. I need a new Travis album
yeah.
because
Exactly.
he the only thing missing. Because the big hitters coming this year. Drake coming back this year. Um, Future should be coming with something this year. As far as
Yeah,
what I'm listening to, like Wayne outside, like J. Cole outside. You know what I'm saying? Just he got the big song with Dirk right now. Dirk just dropped his album. It's if you're a Dirk fan, you like it, but you know it ain't nothing outside of what he ain't already done. But yeah, man, I want
But
to.
you're
I
gonna
need.
you're gonna get it soon. You're gonna get
I
it
need
soon. Don't worry, bro.
ain't no Young
Right.
Thug, ain't no Gunna. We need Travis.
Next quick strike, bro. Is this beautiful thing, and you love when this happens because this is a celebration. This is an applause worthy point of view because, bro, basically, let's just put it this way. So, I think this situation happened when a guy missed out on the Spider Verses, and his son was able to cop, and then basically, I think he put something on his Instagram, and the Jordan 23 reached out and sent him a pair to match with his little kid. Like I don't know if you know this story. It's a dope story. If this is true, I think this is the package that came with it, and just says we couldn't basically let you have your kid had a sneaker without you having it too, because obviously this is what we want. And by the way, guys, Jordan Brand was sending out 3 pairs of Spider Verses to a lot of people as part of this whole Marvel and not Marvel, yeah, Marvel and Disney and Jordan,
Sending pairs to what people?
just people would keep that showcase the kids, just sneakers with kids.
Okay.
That's dope. That's so dope, so dope. We couldn't leave the dad out of the next chapter. That's dope, bro. If this is true, this is the best situation. This is absolutely amazing, bro.
Yeah.
I
Shout
like
out to
I like this a lot.
the brand, bro.
Yeah,
They pulled it
when they
off
do it
that time.
when they do it right, they do it really right, and this is a great example of that. And I love this. I love to see it, bro. Love to see it. This kind of we always like to have a feel good factor in on the Pseudo podcast. We for the last couple of weeks we've been having it with donations, charities, and like we even saw Nigel Sylvester doing his bike charity thing as well, which is dope. But yeah, but this is another situation where I found it was quite a dope thing from the brands.
Yeah. Let's to the contrary of that last quick strike. I want to show you this, bro.
Okay.
Shout out to Bleacher Report Kicks. This guy's conversation with a sneaker scammer. So this is a Instagram thread. I'm pretty sure you and others that listen to this podcast have received these felonious DMs about hey or comments, tags and comments
Yeah, yeah,
where you just won the giveaway.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
DM blah blah blah, and this then goes the scam, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this guy obviously, I think he peeped it and he just wanted to see how far he could take it. I don't I
I
I don't
love
have time.
situations like that.
I
I
don't be
love
having
situations like
time
that.
for it, bro. Like I've done it before and I never thought to screenshot it and post it, but here we go, right?
God.
Oh, hold on, I pressed the wrong arrow. Um, so Kelly Kicks, right? Congratulations once again. You won the giveaway sneaker. Dude goes, Kelly sneakers, what are your shoe size? 11. Okay. Yeah, you just have to pick 2 pairs of sneakers right now of your shoe choice. Okay. Grammar is
Yeah, okay.
horrible, by the way. I'm the grammar
Yeah,
police.
yeah,
So the dude goes, "Good Lord." crying, laughing emoji, right?
yeah. Good
Kelly,
Lord. I'm actually
Kelly,
won.
Kelly Kicks, whose avatar is a dot swoosh logo, by
Yeah.
the way. Yeah, pick your choice, man. Dude say, I would love belugas and lucky greens.
Okay.
Kelly Kicks goes this and shows a picture of the lucky green.
Yeah.
Yep. Kelly Kicks. What's the second choice?
Okay.
Bruh, The
She just
belugas,
said it.
right?
She just said it. The
I
belugas,
just,
yeah,
I just said the belugas.
yeah.
Kelly Kicks goes, send a photo of that. Wait a minute.
What? What? What?
This is where it was already a scam, right? Just from the
Yeah, yeah,
conversation, from the beginning of the conversation, it was already a scam. But
yeah,
you
yeah.
like, come on, bro. I got to
Don't
send you
know what.
pictures of a
Yeah,
sneaker that you supposedly have in your possession already. I wouldn't have said it if I didn't see the picture of it from your profile, right?
yeah. Because you told him to choose.
Yeah. So I said the Lucky Greens and the Belugas. And now you saying what's the second choice? The Belugas, bro. Send a photo of that. The second option? Yeah. So they send a picture of the Beluga and says these.
Yeah,
Wow. Congratulations once again. What's the shipment address? Sent the shipment address is blurred out for privacy reasons, obviously.
yeah,
Kelly Kicks, what's the receiver name? Brandon Campbell. The man put his name out there. Shout out
yeah,
to Brandon for putting all this on the internet for us to laugh at. I'm with you, Brandon. I rock with you all the way, Brandon. Come on the podcast. Hit us up. I don't know. Kelly Kids go, cool. Hold on. I speak with the delivery guys right now.
yeah.
Huh? Speak with the delivery. So look at these pictures, bro. This is a picture of the Jordan 1 Lucky Green that just released
Mm-hmm.
a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And there's a picture of a green and white Jordan 1 looking box.
That ain't the
What
box though,
box
bro.
does this sneaker go to?
Oh, I can't remember, bro. It's not the
Exactly.
box. It's
It's
not the
not the
box for
box for the
the.
Lucky Green.
No,
The
it's
Lucky
not.
Green Jordan 1 is a black and green box.
Yeah.
So that's indication number 3 or 4 of scam alert, right?
Yeah.
Picture of the belugas, right? You see the picture of the belugas?
Why? Why is it a larger picture of the belugas? Because it looks like it's. Oh, okay, cool. It's in the 350 box. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as you can see, the shoes are already sealed and packed, ready for delivery right now. Brandon goes, girly pop, that 350 box is from my account.
She got it from his account.
Bro, look at this picture right here. This next picture that was sent by Kelly Kicks.
Yeah.
You see that picture, right?
That's the picture of the back dooring we saw
For the
early
lost
last
and
year.
founds.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you can see, the delivery guys are already sealed and getting arrangements for shipping. Okay.
That's a whole lie, bro. That's a whole lie. That's a whole that picture's from the back Chicago lost and found back door. That's a lie. That was
Bro,
Christmas time.
bro, Kelly Kicks just totally disregarded the fact that this man just said that picture of the belugas is from my account. You just sent me my own picture telling me that this is the package that I'm about to ship.
Oh my days.
Bro, look at this picture, right? This next it's actually a video. I wish I could play it. Um we've seen this video before. So that's another video from another account, right? This video
Yeah.
right here at the top. Yo, man, you can see the process right now. Says Kelly Kicks. Brandon said, not until I see the hokey pokey. Hold on, I skipped the part. I skipped the best part. So the delivery team is ready to ship, right?
Yeah.
Brandon said, if I can see a video of someone saying this is Wyatt's shoes and then proceed to do the hokey pokey while holding the shoes,
Turn around and
then
that's
I'll
what it's all about.
then I'll believe you. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? He missed the trick. He should have said. Then he has to turn around, do the hokey pokey, turn around, and say that's what it's all about. That was
No,
what he missed the trick, bro.
no. That's the thing. The hokey pokey is all that. You can't do the hokey pokey without doing the whole thing. If you don't do the
Okay, cool,
whole
cool, cool.
thing, it's not the. If you don't, that's what it's all about. And yell hokey pokey at the end is not the hokey pokey, bro. So what the
Well,
man's saying
that's a
is
semi hokey. That's a semi hokey hokey hokey.
when the scammer goes, yo man, you can see the process right now. He said, not until I see the hokey
See the
pokey.
hokey pokey.
I mean, look, these
Ooh.
totally different boxes from the previous picture. Like, so that's somebody else's, right? Now look,
This guy took it
these
far.
you can
Bro.
see the delivery guys right now. Where are these boxes? Any of the boxes that we saw in the previous pictures?
No.
This a truck full of shoe boxes, not boxed up.
Yo, bro, this scammer is literally taking pictures from and clips from everywhere and just sending them just to lead him on. And the worst thing is, these scammers don't realize this guy is just winding them up. Okie dokie dokie dokie. Okie dokie dokie dokie. Red card for you guys. You scammers need to know better. You need to know, yo, bro. How can you be a scammer when you don't know anything about sneakers?
Look, look. You ready? You ready for the
Yeah,
end?
yeah, yeah. Go on. Give us the.
So more blah blah blah, right? Yeah. So right now, all you have to pay is the shipping fee.
Oh, there's the catch. There's the hook with a worm on it. I see now. I see now.
What's the shipping fee, bro? I'm gonna need about 350.
Yo, are you taking it around the world twice before you deliver it to me? I'm just curious about that 350 cost, bro. 350, bro.
You need that 350, man.
Bro. So I literally that's a whole that you can get that parcel to go around the world twice before it's delivered to you. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you can kind of get it to one country, to another country, to another country, to another country, ship it around the world twice, and then get it delivered to you, and it will be less than 350, bro. I'm pretty sure. And for me to send you something, it's about 25 to 30 quid. I'm pretty sure we can do that a couple of times, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
350, bro. Yo, that
I'm gonna
you
need about
it's
350.
yo, bro. That's pretty much. That's pretty much. Pay me 350. I'll send you a UA sneaker. Here you go. If you get a sneaker, if
This
you
is
get a
so
sneaker.
cap. This is so cap, bro. This made me laugh, bro. I had to bring it. I had to bring it. This made me laugh, bro.
That's dope. That's quite funny. Was that one of your subjects that you mentioned earlier, which was the custom remasters? Was it remasters?
No. So let's do that now. Let's do that right now.
Okie dokie. Remasters it is then, bro.
Um, people complain
Yeah.
all the time, every time. There's a re-retro of anything, whether it's an OG or a coveted, limited release or a
Yeah.
super OGR that people been wanting, whatever the case is. We complain every time.
Yeah, we do. We do. We always complain because basically, if you're an OG head, you want exactly the same as it looked like, or as it felt like, as a material block looks like, and all of that stuff. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
So the brands overcorrect sometimes. Sometimes they go left. When they go left, they tend to make it super obvious, so we don't even count it, right? Like the Jordan 1.5. Like we don't
Yeah.
count that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when I saw this post about these up tempos, the difference between the 96 pair, the 2020 pair, and the 2023 pair will make you feel like they're like what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like from
Yeah,
the
I can
shape to
see.
the features to the colors in a way.
At least the 2020 pair looks similar to the 1996 pair, but like,
It but the air doesn't extend to the bottom on the
yeah, I
20.
see that as well, and the shapes looks a bit different as well. But why do we have block capital font on the 2023 pair, bro? It looks like there's so much shadow on that white.
The black is not extended far enough. Like
Yeah,
the
onto the edges. It look. You know what it looks like? It looked like a kid put the adult put the ear down, white ear down, and the kid just went and stamped it in whatever place relevant.
yeah. So I didn't want to go too deep with this. I just wanted to bring that up because we got to stop.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
happen.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's gonna happen. But this post kind of made me come to terms with the fact that it's just gonna happen.
Bro, the thing is, I do feel like sometimes maybe the brands lose the original models or the
Yeah.
casts and then you have to kind of re-replicate what it was like before, but then you have to grab another old sneaker to kind of re-replicate it. But unfortunately, they're all not DS, they're V and DS. So all you have to kind of go off a margin that you don't understand, but then you have to kind of make it as close to possible as the retros as possible. It's
Mm.
hard, bro, because we're talking about 35 years of from Jordan brand. We're talking about 35 years of innovation and stuff like that, even more than that with the Jordan ones. But like, it's hard, bro. It's hard to do.
Yeah.
So we're coming up to 40, nearly 40 years of Jordan ones in what is it 2025? Is that right? Yeah, so
Right.
like, bro, we're talking about long periods of time where all the craftsmanships have gone, all the crafters have gone, the tools have gone, the tools have been updated, they've been modernized, but it's hard. It's hard.
You know what? I love it. That was a great segue.
Yeah.
Watch this, bro. For everybody out there that's listening and can't see what I'm about to play, um, and this is what you showed us at the
Yeah,
beginning,
the jar shooter ones, bro.
bro. The way this man fixed this Jordan 1, I didn't think was possible.
Yeah.
This is amazing, dog. This man literally put together a
I
corner.
saw this video, bro. I didn't click on it to watch it, and I'm glad I didn't because we're actually looking at it on the podcast. Yeah, he builds. You know when, like, you guys, I'm gonna give a description to you, but you know when you have a Jordan 1 and it's actually worn past the midsole,
Field
now
drag.
outside, and yeah, you got heel drag. It's worn past the outsole to the midsole. So what the guy is doing is actually taking the chunk away where it's actually worn down, and like basically modeling an additional back for it, and actually gluing it, sanding it, making it look like it's brand new, and then giving it like a new life. Rather than doing a soul swap, he's actually legitimately putting a unit down to replace the unit that's gone. Absolutely dope. I think I scrolled across this and I didn't watch it, but I was gonna watch it with you anyway. So yeah, I'm glad you brought it up on the Shooter podcast, bro. It's dope. That's the dope thing he's done.
This
Absolute
is
awesomeness.
this is crazy, bro. The amount of skill and ingenuity
Yeah, yeah.
it takes to do this, bro. Like he cutting out the tread pattern with a Dremel. I mean, it looked brand new when he finished. I ain't never seen
Yeah,
anything like this before. This is crazy.
that's awesomeness, though.
Custom
That's
custom
absolute
kick
awesomeness.
swirl.
Yeah,
Yeah, follow custom kick
yeah.
swirl.
For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. That's the. You know what? This is what it's all about. Passion drives the stuff like this. Passion drives customs. Passion drives innovation. Passion drives the desire to do more for sneakers, and that's what it's all about. Is whatever, even not in sneakers, if whatever you're passionate about, guys, go and follow your dreams. Because basically, you could, like Q said early on, and it's a great segue to what I'm gonna say is if you've got the passion to do it, don't let anybody stop you. And when you have the passion and then you gain the knowledge, you have the ambition to innovate, and that innovation will actually drive you to make changes within the environment that you're working in, like not even making it effective, but really, really apply some change to it. And this is why I love what we just showed, because it's all about passion, bro.
Yeah.
If you have passion for something, go and do it, because basically you like, this is why we do the shoot up podcast, because we have passion for what we do. And passion can come in any forms, like either through innovations, either through discussions, either through content. It's just do what you love and love what you do. That's what I say
All the time.
all the time, bro, because I want you guys to excel. So does Q, but he doesn't always talk about it, though, you know.
You ain't got to
Quick
say
strike.
everything, man.
Talking about innovations, bro. Let's have a look at this new Bad Bunny. Adidas Response CL, which just comes in core black. It's like a triple black with the swooshes with that navy. I think it's dope. I think it's another. Well, Bad Bunny's moved on to something different than the forums. I think it's dope. I think it's a dope sneaker. It's obviously it's an Adidas sneaker, but it's just a little bit of a collaboration with him on it.
I think it's cool. It's cool. It looks like it'll look cool on feet.
Yeah.
But I do taste a hint of patta, and I also taste a hint of mischief.
Oh,
When
you talking about the wave on that actual sneaker?
yeah, I'm tasting them. It's a little bitey. It's a
Yep.
little tough in that patta mischief areas. You know.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm gonna throw alley oop to Adidas. And I'm gonna say to you guys, you know what? I like you guys so much that I'm gonna give you an innovation. You know the Bad Bunny, that Bad Bunny symbol. Make some Bad Bunny slippers with the Bad Bunny symbol, and sell it to
Oh
the
yeah,
audience that's
that's
required.
over. It's
Huh?
over. It's
Yeah,
over.
bro, talk about
It's
innovations.
over.
You know what I just said. You know what I
Don't
just
say
said.
that no
You
more.
know.
Don't say that no more. Don't say that no more. We might need to edit that out. We're gonna edit that out. Yeah, we'll edit that out.
You know,
Next quick strike. No, you're not finna, bruh. You should not have said that on the podcast. You should have just did it. You should have just mocked it up
yeah,
and DM who you need to DM.
yeah, true. Well, we do if we do it together. And guys, if we don't edit it out, which is probably more likely, we're not going to edit it out. We said it here first. We're going to probably do it here first, and we're going to probably do what we need to do, because that is game over. I don't know why I said it, but that's game over. That's game over. But guys, next quick strike as we go, because we want to innovate. We want to be the best we can be and give the best products we can do for the people out there, because Yeezy came back this week, bro, and everything came out. Let's just say that was Conrad Bourrier, if you didn't know, and
We
obviously he's our mascot. So every time we talk about Kanye, the Conrad Bourrier will come out to play. Isn't that right, bro?
man, this was a calamitous situation.
Yeah,
Conrad,
calamitous
Conrad,
situation.
Conrad. He starred as Calamitous Jones for this release right here.
Was it quite difficult for you guys in the States?
I saw some things. I saw a lot of W's. I saw a lot of complaining. A lot of complaining. Twitter. I mean,
Mhm.
it's Twitter. So, but I did see a lot of W's. I did not try for myself for anything. I didn't check personally for anything. I just monitored the situation via all the 8,000 posts I got over them 2 days.
Yeah.
Because
That's crazy.
this Yeezy final Yeezy release took over the sneaker news cycle for like a minute.
Yeah, that it went absolutely crazy. I'm talking about craziness as in like let me just put it every on that 31st they released pairs of the Onyx. So that, to be honest, let's be honest, right? The carbon belugas and the Onyx 350s were quite easy to get. They sat there for quite a while, bro. But even though this eventually hopefully sold out, a lot of people were able to cop that. I think the 380 came out as well. Obviously we had a 700 Tempera, and then we also had the blue slides, the U zebras. I managed to assist Blazing Guns for the Yeezys V2s, which was great because I think I was able to get it for his daughter. That's absolutely phenomenal because that's coming hopefully soon. I can kind of send that to him. And yeah, pretty much all of the sneakers came out. Even the Pirate Blacks came out, bro. Even the Pirate Blacks. But on that, this is what happened, bro. This is basically potentially looking at what actually happened, because Kanye West earned 25 million from the actual release. I'm talking like the 31st and the first. We're talking about 6,820 6,802 pairs were released.
Bruh.
600, yeah, 682,000 pairs. That's ridiculous, bro.
How ironic is it that this Yeezy release takes place the day before and the day of Tiana Taylor's Jordan release?
Yeah, that's quite interesting. But the Tiana Taylor's Jordan sneaker did really well, bro. Really well.
It
Like
did.
I'm gonna be honest. I was looking more at the Tiana Taylors than I was ever looking at the Yeezys.
I was also, but like I said, the Yeezys they just kept showing up.
Yeah,
The Tianas they did what they were supposed to do. Um, I took my L. It's
move.
okay. Um, because the resale on them ain't crazy like
Yeah.
they like I think it should be. To be honest with you, I guess
Oh,
that's a
okay.
good bad thing instead of a
It's
bad.
suffering. It's suffering the lag of what do you call it? The Jordan 1 lag at the moment. Because I do believe like
Yeah,
me and a couple of people have been talking. I think this is the two releases right this moment in time is going to indicate what the situation with Jordan 1s are at the moment. The
yeah.
UNC one,
Tianas. Well,
the
no, I
Tiana.
don't think the UNC, bro, is it's already decided with GRs. I think it's decided with GRs already.
You think the UNCs are going to be easy to get?
Yeah,
This is why I said these two sneakers I'm going to mention, not the
bro.
Tiana
Look at
Taylors.
that lucky green. That lucky green one would have went crazy 2 years ago.
I agree with you now, but the UNC colorway is quite coveted by a lot of people. But let me just break this down for you,
Bro,
right?
taxis just restocked. Laney's still available. This this
Taxis,
black smoke gray suede,
yeah.
quote unquote wash black. It's not finna go crazy.
I know, but let me just say two things with this, right? That the Tiana Taylors we know is going to fly, which is I think that's a phenomenal sneaker, and also on top of that, what I was going to say was the UNC Black Toe and the Palomino one. Let's reflect to what happened with the UNC ones and the Mocha ones. Now these two sneakers are going to give you indication of how much interest there is in the Jordan one. If the UNC ones don't sell out, right? I can understand that.
It will sell.
Hey,
I think they'll do taxi. They'll do taxi numbers. I think it'll be taxi time with the
yep.
UNCs. I think
And
they'll be when you ask me if I think they'll be easy to get, I mean relative to what we used to at this point.
yeah, and also then when you mentioned the Palomino ones, the Palomino ones are basically the Mocha ones. Or in COVID, I know it's COVID and everything like that, but that was the hardest sneaker to get. That was the hardest sneaker to get during COVID. That was the first indication that COVID was having a massive impact on sneakers. That one, that Mocha one,
I
right?
thought you was gonna say the Union and the Tiana was gonna dictate what it
Nah,
looked like
no, no,
before.
no, no.
I
I'm
think those two. Well, I think the Union may not be such a good gauge because
no.
it's. I think that Union gonna go crazy. I ain't seen too many people talking reckless about it,
Yeah,
and
the
it's
a lot of people, a lot of people change their mind. A lot of people
the
change
Union,
their mind.
the Union one is surprisingly quiet.
Yep. But
I think
but
it's
also,
sneaky. I think it's gonna hit real hard,
yep.
and but it's not gonna move the needle for the Jordan one as a silhouette, as a GR
No,
silhouette.
and this is what I'm saying because we're going to discuss this in a bit. But like basically, what I'm saying is, I'm using two generic GR sneakers because these GR sneakers during COVID was absolutely crazy to get. Like UNC one and the Mocha one. Now this is the reality of the situation after COVID. The UNC Black Toe and the Palomino. Like the Palomino is a Mocha variation, even if you don't want to call it a Mocha or a brown variation, it is a Mocha variation. Like those two sneakers, if they don't sell out, if the Mocha one don't, or the Palomino one don't sell out,
Yeah, I think it's
that's
gone.
gonna tell. You
I
reckon it's
think it's
gone?
going. I think it's going.
The real reason is with this Palomino is showing me taxi signs, bro. Because the taxi one was available early, really early on. The Palomino one's coming out in September time, and people are still people have got it in their hands.
I mean, it's going to hit right for fall. I think it's. I feel good about the prospects on the Palomino. Not so much on the UNC. Surprisingly, I'm surprised
Yeah,
myself. To be honest with you, the UNC I think is gonna move like the taxi moved, bro. For real. Because when we
and you think the Palomino's
think about all the ones from the past, let's say year,
yeah
from the heritage to the stealth,
all set, all
the
set. So
lucky green,
if it was in a collaboration, all set.
the taxi did better. The gorge green, the taxi did better than all these ones. I think
Yep.
the UNC will be that.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that
The
UNC.
taxi still sat, but when it restocked, it didn't last.
Yeah, bro, it's sat around here in the UK, and I know it's the states in the UK is different,
Yeah,
but it is sat around here in the UK. I can understand that. I can understand UNC might do better. It's a summer sneaker. I'm just gonna gauge it. This is my gauge for the Jordan One. Just
it's a
literally,
summer sneaker. It's a whatever. It's a whenever.
it's a whatever
How
sneaker. How, whatever way possible, however way possible that sneaker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that.
UNC is a that's a
But
whenever, bro. That
yeah,
when you go to the gas station, you finna go to the mall, you finna go to the club. Where you finna go? What time is it? It's 8 in the morning.
UNC time.
Is when we going late night. We going to after party. It's 1 in the morning. Put the UNC's on.
Yo, it'll be good to skill. You'll be good to compare the UNC one with the Obsidian one next to it because basically it's gonna be quite a good comparison to
And
see
take
that.
the trash out and put the UNC's on.
Oi, you can't say that. You can't say that, bro. You can't say that.
Hey man, UNC. I be seeing, bro. I see so many beat up UNC phones destroyed. To my, I see dudes working in the grocery store in the back room, stockers
Yeah.
wearing UNC foes. They be
Oh,
they be so beat up
guys.
that the blue done almost turned green.
Yep. Guys, look after your sneakers. And just a quick note on that Adidas Yeezy collaboration. This is just the beginning. There's gonna be more pairs. This is not 1.2 billion worth of stock. This is only 170 million worth of stock. So realistically speaking, we got a whole load more sneakers and already seen a whole load of more forums, whole load of more 350s, a whole load of more 700s being rumored to come out. I think we're gonna see the wave runners as well. One last time. So expect to see more Yeezys coming out, but also expect to see more of Conrad Boyer, our mascot of the day of the rest of the year. That is, but next quick strike. It is the MM in year 5. Apparently, we have an official date of October time, bro.
Yeah,
October time,
I kind of figured this is not
full time.
the everyday release right here. We know one year like to come around the end of the year or the beginning of the year.
Yep.
For some reason, they leave summer alone because you know what, I see a little bit of strategy in that. I see how they can feel everybody else dropping big in the summer.
Yeah. Travis,
Union,
Khaled, maybe.
Khaled,
Yeah.
all the big collaborators. They come hard in the summer. Social status drop in the summer.
Yeah.
We ain't seen nothing from them. What we did see the Mac attack, social status Mac attack. So we
Yeah.
might get that from social status as far as the Whitaker group cooperating during the summer. But no, bro. October. What's coming? What else we know for now that's
Ooh.
coming around that? Whatever
Ooh.
it is, the squash. I hope the playoff eights ain't coming. I can't remember
All
what the date was.
playoff eights are coming in August time, but I think so August or September time. But we got
That'd be good.
Bulldogs, we got
Space.
Bulldog fives,
Yeah,
Georgetown fives.
good on those. The Georgetowns, we're gonna talk about those too.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna talk about them in a bit, like in the main topics. But basically, yeah, there's a lot coming out. There's a lot coming out, bro.
The squashing, whatever
Everything.
coming around for me.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
I'm on your side on that. Definitely on your side on that because this release is hard, bro. This is the Jordan 5 Amma, bro. We you know we're five guys anyway, bro. Like so
Still
at the
want to
end of
see
the
the other
day,
one. And it's a black metallic too.
yeah.
And
Man,
is it
I might
suede
need to
or
get them.
nubuck?
I think it might be. I'm thinking it might be Nubuck. Let's just see what happens. Might be a premium suede as well. But let's just see what happens with this release. But yo, already. Like me and you be going for the in for this. So I advise anybody that's looking forward to that MM in year 5 is save your money, guys. Definitely save your money.
I'm,
You will
ooh, it's getting ugly, bro.
it's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. That's the situation with MMA, bro. Releases like this don't come around every year, and when they come around, they're special. And this is what collaboration is all about. This is why I think sometimes with overmass collaborations, you get this whole thing with you get collaboration lag, and you only want the special pairs like maybe a Travis Scott, maybe MMA, maybe a Union, and you want to make them special. Don't condense them and oversaturate them, and all of a sudden you're like fed up of just every collaboration.
This is a good climate for these to come out too for us.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the best climate for us to have this release take place for real, bro.
Um, did you not notice?
October, October, back to school is August, September. October, parents gonna hey, it's gonna be the climate, the way the climate is, and the season they're gonna come out in. This hopefully this will be
So
good.
just thinking on this because I just really clocked on. When did the Amman Year Freeze come out?
I can't remember because I wasn't in on that release like I should have been.
Right. So the Amman Year Freeze, I'll check it out. Thinking
That
you out.
one went over my head.
I'm gonna check this. When did Amman Year 4 come out in
That was
2021?
last year.
That's last year, 2022. So I think 2021 was when the Amman Year Freeze came out. We're getting the Amman Year 4's, Amman Year 5 this year, right? So I think the Amman Year drop. It's the start of the introduction to the sneaker
The
of the
ones
anniversary.
I know
Oh,
the ones was November 21.
yeah.
So
So
it was the ones, the twos. I don't remember the threes were eight. Well, the threes were 2020, right? Or 2019.
yeah, yeah.
Was it 2020?
Oh, I'm just looking at them on your date now. And it looks like the sneaker released in it's
I
not
know
going to tell me the date.
the ones were around Thanksgiving, I think.
Yeah, so the sneaker released in 2021, right? So the MMA Year 3 released in 2021. The MMA Year 4 released in 2022. The MMA Year 5 is releasing in 2023. Do you see the indication? Like every like the MMA Year 3 released 2 years before the anniversary of the 3. The MMA Year 4 released 2 years before the anniversary of the 4. The MMA Year 5 is releasing 2 years before the anniversary of the 5. So that's MMA Year sneaker is the indication to the start of the build up to the releases for the anniversaries.
We just had the year the fives a few years ago,
Yeah, but we're talking about
in
2025.
2000.
Yeah, no, but we're
Well,
talking
2000, 2020 was the year to five.
2020. But we're talking about the 35th anniversary, which is 2020, 2025. So basically, it's building up. It's building up to that anniversary.
I feel you. I don't think that got much to do with it. I think it's James Whitner picking what he want to pick when he want to pick it.
But ironically, he's picking two. What he picked a two, a one, a three, a four, no, a three, a one, a two, a four, and now a five.
Well, you got to listen to him talk about the sneakers.
Yeah,
That's what it is. That's the thing with me. When I watched him on the Complex Sneaker podcast, and I watched a couple of the lives, I still ain't been able to make it to the event because of my work schedule. I really
yeah.
got to get to one of these events to be able to possibly meet the man himself. You know, because he seemed like a really cool dude, down to earth dude. I watched the YouTube live, or one of the events, and he was interactive. I mean, the way he talked, bro, about just creativity
Yeah.
and business. I haven't heard anybody talk about the way he does. So he's so left field, bro, in a good way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fives, bro. We called it. I'm so proud of us. We called it.
Yo, bro, you know what it is, bro. We're so enthusiastic. We're so enthusiastic on the narrative, on the strategies that we kind of want to see what everybody else wants to see, and we kind of intuitively like kind of. It's not like we listen to people. It's just the intuition and the gut feeling, and then that comes out and we say it, and then when we say it, it's not like we've been saying before we even said it on the podcast. Me and you were talking about it for quite a while, right? And we just said it on the podcast because you know what, it's the right time to say it. And all of a sudden, that week, it was announced. Like that Thursday, we recorded on Sunday, we showed a podcast on Tuesday, and on that Thursday, I remember year fives. That
Bro,
was just meant to be.
I'm super hyped for these, bro. I need this the black ones, and we ain't even seen the other pair. But these black ones, bro, I got to, man. I got
Yeah. All right, cool. Moving on to the next quick strike. I've got two subjects left. Shoe dog. Calm down, bro. Calm down, shoe dog. Shoe dog mentality. Next quick strike is something I want to talk about in terms of a different brand. Obviously, let's have a look at these Timberlands because this is basically what looks like what Timberland might be doing going forwards. They're reducing the whole midsole unit of that to be more of a tread. I don't know.
bro,
But
this caption is priceless.
oh no. I can't put my finger on it, but these butters look different.
Bro, this is super
Hey.
obvious. What happened to the outsole on these Timbs, man?
I don't know, bro. Basically, I like the comment on the phone. They really got lowercase Tims out here.
That's what these are. These are lowercase Timbs.
but I don't know
It's
why
for
they've
women.
made it.
For women, bro.
You reckon?
The hand. Look at the hand. That's a woman.
Yeah. I'm so that you're making a shoe lighter than it's supposed to be for the females that want it to be.
They're Timberlands.
That's the thing.
These are Timberlands, man. Listen, bro. The jokes
Timberland.
right themselves, man. It's right there. You know what I'm saying? And these might be food.
Yeah.
Did you ever think they might be food?
Well, fufus.
Yeah, they could be legit, but they could be food also. These ain't
You
gonna
know
lie,
what?
bro. Like, come on. These
I
if they
bro.
legit, these for the women. I better
Yeah.
not see now one of y'all grown men. And I'm not a Timberland dude, okay?
Yeah.
I respect the Timberland culture. I better not see y'all wearing these, bro.
These Timberlands are for the Timbalinas.
These vegan Timbs, bro.
All right, cool.
Timbs, man.
Yes, streamlined, skinny, anorexic Tims. But yes, this is what it is.
They're skinny Timbs.
Skinny Tims. But yes, I find it fascinating. If this is legit, right? It just shows you how much sneakers have evolved. I do believe this might be fufu. I'm kind of leaning towards that way. The more when you said it, I didn't really think about it, but now I've thought about it. I think this might be a fufu pair. It does look, bro. The background does look like it's a proper retail shop, so maybe these are legit. But if this is the case, this is show.
It might be the flea market.
It could be flea market, so that could be the case as well. But if this is a legit Timberland, I'm talking about. I'm not even calling it a Timberland anymore. I'm going to call them like the guy said, Timberlands. Like if
Yeah,
these are proper Timberlands, then it shows you how far the sneaker market has come because basically the Timberlands are evolving to become more, hopefully more sneaker based than actual boots
no,
because
no, no,
boot
no,
tip.
no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do
How
that.
would you call it?
Timberland been making sneakers for years, bro.
I know they have, but this is taking a classic silhouette like the 6-inch Timberland boot and turning it into a 6-inch Singland. Or Sneakerland. I don't know, bro.
How, how we got the Jordan MVP on sale right now. What are
Yeah.
you talking about? this, bruh, this what they do. That's what
Yeah, yeah.
that's why I said if this is legit, you know what I'm saying? But if it's not, even if it is legit, it's still jokes.
Yeah. You know what?
And it's
I
gonna
would
work.
love to see I would love to see this in a real life public
I,
because
I
I
wouldn't
would
have no problem with some chick that wear a size women's 8
yeah.
with these on with the right fit. But if I see a grown man walking around with these low fat Timbs on,
Low fat, bro. Low fat or no fat?
these 2%.
No fat or low fat? That is the question of the day. What do you prefer? No fat or low fat?
Bro, these 2% Timbs, bro. Come on, man. If your girl wanted a pair of these, you'll get them for her. And when she put them on, they'll be dope. I bet you. But
I'm gonna
my
say
God,
one thing. Yeah,
my God.
I'm gonna say one thing about these. Right, just to round it off and close the subject.
Mhm.
If I saw somebody wearing these Timberlands, right, I would think their soul dropped off.
Hey, man.
Am I not lying, bro? Because it looks like there's something missing, bro.
Yeah, it's 2 layers missing, bro.
All
You
right,
know
cool.
what proper Timbs look like, bro. It's 2 layers missing, bro.
I loved, you know what, bro? You know my story already. I was in the early 2000s, like 2000, 1998, 1999, 2000s. I was picking up Timberlands because I love
Yeah.
Timberlands. When I look at this, it just looks like
No, bro.
it just the soul dropped off.
Yeah, because Timberlands don't have a midsole.
And you know what? Ironically, that's quite of a metaphor because it does feel like the soul of the sneaker is dropped out.
Right. So Tim's have this is an outsole. That little bit of good. That's a sneaker outsole. Sneakers have
Yeah,
midsoles in between
yeah,
the uppers and the outsole. That's why this is so crazy. Which is why
bro.
Tim's have a triple outsole because they built to last.
Bro, they need to put it. Somebody needs to go and grab that, take the sole off, and put a Jordan 1 sole on it.
And that's quick stuff, man.
This one's on you, bro. This one's on
Oh,
that.
no.
That.
You
You-
keep saying stuff that you're not supposed to say. You ain't supposed to say that. Like what?
Yo, I told you, Nike, Adidas, come to us. We got innovations. You want innovations? We got innovations. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
And it's not even a Jordan 1. It's a
Yeah,
it's an Air Force 1.
yeah.
The Nike Timberland. You throw a whole gum outsole, midsole,
The Timber Force.
Tim
The
Force 1,
Timber Force.
Tim
Hey,
Force
Team
1.
Force 4. Team Force 1. There you go.
The
I
one.
told you. I told you. I
That's the
told
one.
you, bro. That's the one.
Tim Force 1.
That's the one, bro. But yeah,
Air
bro.
Force 1, midsole, outsole, Timberland upper, sold out. It's over.
Yeah,
Every
bro.
and every single pair is gonna be sold in New York City. Think about it, bro. New York
Last week.
dudes, New York dudes. Listen, I love my New York people. Shout out 99. Shout out Darwin. Listen, man. Tim's and Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
Those two sneakers. Well, one sneaker and one boot. Those two shoes are synonymous with New York. If you put an
Yeah.
Air Force One, I'm talking about legit
Yeah. I know what you're talking
full
about, bro.
gum, like the mocha, the wheat mocha Air Force One that I
Yeah.
wanted so bad that sold out that I ain't never seen nobody with on their feet. If you take the outsole from that sneaker and put it on a Timberland, I might buy it. Oh no, it depends on how it look. But we see that's two mock up, three mock up
But,
ideas we done gave away already. We gotta
by the
stop.
way,
What's
by
up?
the way, coming to Instagram this week, I will do the mock up and tag UQ. I might tag Nike. I might
Wait,
tag
hold on.
Timberland.
Hey,
Come and talk to us. Let's have a conversation.
what's the
And
next topic, bro?
maybe we'll be still in the meeting. You know.
Bro, they sleep. They sleep. We ain't big enough yet. We ain't big enough yet. They sleep too. Well,
No,
but
bro.
see, man,
We're creeping up. Don't worry, bro. When they wake up, they realize how good we are. You know, they'll come crawling. Don't worry, bro. Don't worry about that. But last but not least, Jordan Kwai, 54. You was gonna show me something today because basically I knew the Jordan 1 low. Kwai 54 is out, and that's a dope rendition. We're talking
come on,
about dope rendition.
this what you
That's the
talking
one.
about?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No, this ain't it right here.
Don't you like it?
Yes and no.
What do you? Okay,
I
cool.
like the materials.
Yeah.
I like the colorway. I like the color blocking. I like the material blocking because what's green is suede and what's red is leather, right? So on
Yep.
the left shoe, the toe is green suede and the heel is red leather, and it's the opposite on the right shoe.
Yep.
On the
Yep.
right shoe, we have the Jumpman. On the left shoe, we have the K54 logo, and it's inverse on the back, where the one shoe has Jordan on the front, K54 on the back. The other is the opposite. The insoles
Yep.
are
Yep. 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 Yep.
ridiculous. But it's a Jordan 1 low retro. It's not an
Yep.
OG.
Oh, okay, cool. That's the one thing I didn't clock because basically I know OG's got the wings at the top panel and the retro's
Right.
got the one. Yeah.
It's
Oh,
it's in on
damn.
the back. I mean, the materials look good.
Bro, I would say as long as the materials look good and as long as it kind of is a better version of the retro not the OG but just the retro
Yeah,
GR
the retro
low.
logo. The hang tag is
That's dope, bro.
fantastic. 20-year
Look,
anniversary of K54. Shout out to K54 anyway.
yeah,
Look at the
round of applause for
tips.
K54. They
Look at
always do.
lace tips, red, black, and green. Red, black, and green is the theme colors for this year. The tournament, K54 tournament. White laces come with these lows too. But I don't want to talk about these lows. I want to talk about
Oh, bro.
the Jordan
Bro.
2 low K54.
That looks fantastic, bro.
We talked about them. I respect them ones. They're not for me because I prefer the OG cut Jordan 1 low versus the
I
retro.
can understand that.
Bruh, these twos, Jordan 2 low, and in Chicago color blocking with the African theme, red, black, and green, yellow, white
Ooh,
leather,
ooh, ooh,
white tumber,
ooh. That's naughty, bro. That's naughty.
red and green on the back tab, black midsole, white. I'm sorry, sail on the front, outsole, yellow on the back. K54 tag. That K54 tag placement similar to the Union 2 placement.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see that. I see that.
Similar to PSG placement on the folds.
Yeah, I'm gonna say one thing, right? They're all learning from each other. I love it. I love the fact that they're all learning
Nike.
from each other, evolving
Nike
together.
in the insole, bro.
Yeah, that's dope. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know what? They're going in hard with these twos. Remember we saw the wings two last week,
Mm-hmm.
and then now we're talking about the Kawhi 54 two, bro. They are going in.
I
Yo,
don't even want
bro,
the wings no more.
that back tab. Correct me if I'm wrong. The forget the white. You got the red upper, the green mid, upper to mid,
Talk about it.
black, and then the yellow. Right?
About it.
Yeah. Are you gonna pull it out? Are you gonna pull it out, or do you want me to pull it? Do you want me to tell you what it looks like?
Tell them, bro.
The animal Jordan 3.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the crazy colors on that? That's
Mm-hmm.
another sneaker. That's another sneaker I kind of look back at, and I think that's a dope color. I don't mind if I missed it, but that's a dope colorway. That was a dope colorway. It just reminds me of that color, bro. It just everything about that back of that Jordan 2 Quai 54. It just reminds me of that sneaker.
Look like two spaceships ready to take off.
get airborne with the Jordans. Sheesh, bro.
And here go that hang tag again.
Yeah,
20 years in the game. I ain't gonna
that's
talk about
crazy.
these no more. We didn't talk. We didn't show it. It's over.
Mm, mm, mm,
No more of that
mm.
on the podcast.
That was a quick. That was a lengthy quick strike. That was a good quick strike. We had
I
a
don't want
good
to talk about
discussion
that
there.
shit no more unless I'm showing it on the podcast.
Yeah, bro. I do like both of them. I do like the both the K54s and the ones and the twos. They're dope. They're very, very dope sneakers. Like, bro. But let me before we go to the main subjects, let me just remember we discussed last week. You said to me, "What's next for the airship? What is next for the airship?" And I said, "We come." You
Wait,
said the mama.
whoa. What?
God, you said last week on the podcast, what is the next move for the airship?
What you finna do, man? Just do what you
Nah,
finna do. Don't set me up, bro. Just do
no,
it.
no, no, no. But
You
because
setting me
basically,
up.
no. You said last week. I said, wouldn't it be dope if Travis Scott jumped on the airship? And then you said the mum and pop shops might do it. You might get union or social status and that stuff. Apparently, Awake is another boutique that are doing the
Yeah.
airship. So this already started. We knew it started with the J Balvin when the J Balvin got PE of the bike air, but we got the every game, which is a similar colorway but different material blocking. And now it looks like we are going to get a collaboration with a boutique shop called Awake,
Mm-hmm.
and they're doing an airship, and it looks like the sneakers generic. If I'll find it and I'll put it up quickly. The sneakers generic, but basically it does look like it's got like different color switches on each sneaker, and it looks dope as well. Definitely looks dope. I there's it was hung on the in store, so there's no official pictures except for the pictures that we see, in the store in terms of somebody snapped it. But yeah, it does look dope, bro. And I've just pulled them up now. That's the ones, bro. That's the ones. If that comes out, that actually looks dope, bro. I'm not even joking. It started. You were right, and I was right. I'm just waiting for Travis Scott to just to rocket airship now. It's gonna happen. It's going to happen.
Wait a minute. What? They put the Wings logo on it?
Yeah. What's your feeling, bro?
Is
I'm
that
trying to gauge.
it's snake skin? And it's got look.
Yeah, the snakeskin red, snakeskin blue, bro.
The Wake did a dunk, right?
Yep.
Was it a dunk?
Could have been. Hold on.
Yo, this is crazy. They stitched their name on the toe on the side toe on the lateral side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see a wake coming from the actual toe panel. For you got the big A coming into the toe. So they got a wake. You got the Jumpman. You got the Wings logo. They've got something on the back of it. It's got crocodile. I think the right pair's got crocodile red. Up from the top tab to the bottom
It
back of
might
the
be
heel.
two different. It might be two different pairs.
It could be. It could be to
It
like the
could
every
be
game you got.
mismatch, or it could be two different pairs.
Yeah, but Awake New York and Jordan Brand are kicking off the new collaboration in 2023 with collective project is a colorful take on the airship, revealed to as a raunchous and riverless opening party for Awake's New York brick and mortar flagship. So it is going to be exclusive. But this pair, bro,
What?
we was right last week, bro. We were so right. we hit the nail on the head when you said the mom and pop shops. Now I'm just waiting for that who that person that's gonna take that collaboration, Khalid or a Balvin or a Travis. I'm just waiting for that now because that we are starting to rock and roll. This snowball is no longer a snowball; it's a snow football is growing and growing its own legs.
This this news of Awake, and shout out to them. It's just so many boutiques now. I
Yeah,
can't. But I know Awake. I seen a lot of dope stuff from them. A lot of dope stuff. So different stuff. You know, bruh. I think it's just a boutique.
yeah.
I don't seeing this right here kind of make me want the airship to stay local.
Boutique.
I want it to stay local. I want
So you
social
want you?
status to do one. I want
Yep.
concepts to do one. Union to do one. I want all the boutiques to do one. I don't
Before
know
it
if I
hits
want the big stars to go airship just yet.
messing. Okay, so you want the boutique run before you get the big collaboration run.
Yeah.
I think that might be the strategy, bro, because you might be spot on there. This one you called spot on. This one, we were discussing it, and we know because Nigel Sylvester did a a PE, not collaboration. We know because every game is not a Nigel Sylvester collaboration. It is just a take off the bike ear. That's what it is. But yeah, for me,
Go bike. Nigel, shout out to Nigel Sylvester, man.
yeah,
Every
so
time.
dope. So
I
every time, bro.
want to say his name every show. I really do.
Nigel Sylvester, yeah. We could do that, bro.
Nigel Sylvester,
We...
Nigel Sylvester, Nigel Sylvester, Nigel Sylvester. Okay. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, cool. We said it enough now. No, but yeah, that kind of that I didn't even set you up there. I just basically told you what you said last week was absolutely spot on, 100% spot on. You can't make this up at all. And like this is not the first time we've been right, nor it's the second time that we've been right, nor is it the third time that we've been right because we talk offline off the podcast and constantly through predictions, bro. After prediction after prediction after prediction, we
Bro.
talk about come true.
Bro, get what?
What's that?
We be right.
You know already.
We be
Because
right.
kind of shoe dogs we are, bro. we sniff out the hints, we sniff out the strategies, and we sniff out the actual execution, and we predict it correct because we find the big stake in the rubble.
Listen, bro. TMI, right? I be forgetting stuff. And I know we didn't I've made some retractable statements on the podcast. That's what podcasting is. You know, there's opinions and you know, whatever. Like we not scripted. We know what we're gonna talk about most of the time. Sometimes we surprise each other and all that. Great.
Yeah.
Love it. But when you're right, you're right.
Yeah, when you're right, you're right. And we talking about unscripted stuff like Calamitous Jones and Conrad Bourrier, all of that stuff is unscripted. Like, guys, I'm not even joking.
Tripping, man. We just be tripping.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not word of a lie. Last week's episode is probably one of the best episodes me and Q's done. We talked about it after the podcast. We were sitting there an hour after. It was like, we're like, what just happened, bro? What just happened? And obviously, we got wrapped up in the enthusiasm, and we created the characters we created for Conrad Bourrier and Calamitous Jones. But sometimes it just works out the way it works out, bro. And sometimes when you're right, you're right.
Hey, man.
Okay. You love that, bro. You love that, guys. If you listen to the podcast, go and look at the visuals, and you will see what we're talking about in terms of the Conrad Bourrier situation. But yeah, it's fun. We just have fun. We might get sued one day, but who knows? When we venture to that, we venture to that. Main subject time, bro. What made you laugh, bro?
Oh man.
Because you know what? I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, bro. I might get a cease and desist from Kanye West.
Oh my god.
All right, main subject time, bro. I want to talk about I'm gonna talk about two things at the moment, and this is something I've actually witnessed firsthand, but also it's kind of like something that's been happening, and I've noticed it myself as well. And one of the things is this whole situation with the woven wave, and is this the start of the woven wave? Because this is tied back into another subject we're gonna have a look at, because obviously there's a reimagined wave. Obviously we've on the 85 cut wave. We're on the normal wave of just releases for sneakers in terms of Jordan 1s, Jordan 3s, Jordan 4s, and all that stuff, right? But like, are we now getting into the woven wave where it looks like we're going to get more foot skates, we're going to get more sneakers that infuse that woven technique? And the prime example I think about in terms of the woven wave is the Jordan 7 Greater Chinas with that woven motif on the medial side. So that's a dope sneaker. So are we now going to expect way more ranges of woven sneakers in the future coming through from the brands?
I'm with it, bro.
You with
I'm
it?
with it. Yeah,
You love it?
yeah. I'm with it, bro. Give me a second.
Right, cool. Q's gonna pull out a sneaker for us because obviously he's enthusiastic to show you guys something in his collection. But yeah, it does look like yeah, I think this is you're either gonna love it or hate it kind of situation, because I don't think I think if you like the woven thing, and do you know what, the Union one to me now is a sneaker that I think a lot of people have changed their minds out a lot, bro, for that sneaker. Yeah, bro. You're gonna pull out the Jordan 7 Greater Chinas, yeah?
Yeah, I look at them periodically,
That
and
that is a beautiful sneaker, bro. That is a when you put that on feet, people are like, "What the hell is that, bro?"
this is one of them unique ones. I
Yeah.
mean,
And when we talk about unique sneakers, that's what we talk about. Uniqueness on the sneakers, the colorations on the actual medial side with that woven pattern in. That woven pattern looks like a basket of, one of those old
Wicker.
baskets that you get, wicker baskets, yeah, on the side of it, and the motifs drawn on it. The Chinese motifs are absolutely dope on that, absolutely. And the fact is, what you can't see, you probably can't make out on the screen is as well, is the dragon, the translucent dragon. There's two dragon heads on that, the front and back. So you got one dragon head on the back, one dragon head on the front of the toe. The actual number 9 on the back is from Michael Jordan's Olympic number. The leather on it's dope. You can see the quality in that sneaker. The cardinal, the almost like the red and the gold on that is just so iconic, bro. Iconic on that sneaker. That Jordan 7 Greater China is probably one of the best sneakers, set Jordan 7s to release in a while, bro, as well. Apart from the OGs. Gold tip laces, bro. Gold tip laces.
Yeah, man. This one, I mean, it's
Yeah. There's something about that Jordan
yo.
7 Great China. Glow in the dark out. So, bro, that sneaker's hard. I always forget how hard that sneaker is.
I told you, we were
Yeah.
talking, and I told you I got some glow sticks in my collection, bro.
Yeah,
Got
you
some
did
glow
mention that.
sticks.
You did mention that for sure. But yeah, the Jordan 7 Great
This
China.
greater China 7, bro. The glow on it is immaculate.
So
So yeah, we just went. I just went way left because we both love this sneaker. But yeah, man, I'm with it.
yeah.
I'm with it.
I think it's going to be the way they execute it. And what silhouettes they execute it with, whether they put it on and any other silhouettes, is going to be quite interesting. But Union has made people think about the woven wave a bit more. I think in terms of what it
Yo,
represents and how it comes through, and it kind of like the fact that she's connected to his wife as well.
what's the name of the? Do you remember the name of the company?
Nah, no, I don't. To be
His
honest,
wife's company.
I don't. I don't.
Because the collab is with it's a
The
triple
company,
collab. Yeah.
yeah, it's a triple collab. Yeah.
So it's Union, not Jordan Union, and his wife's company. I cannot remember the name of it. I need to look it up right now
Yeah.
because I don't want to.
But in terms of this, I do agree with you. I'm fascinated to see where it goes. I'm fascinated to see how much of this is going to come out into the limelight, how much of it's going to be on different silhouettes, how much is going to have a reflection on different kind of sneakers that come back into the wider audience. Foot sketch going to come back over, the air woven might come back as well. So there's a lot of other sneakers out there with the woven weave on it, and I'm with you, bro. I want to see what they do with it. And to be honest, it's a quite a cool little thing for the brand to have, like Nike and Jordan brand.
Yeah, man. I think I don't know if the brand the owner of Union's wife's brand should collab all the time independently, but
Uh,
definitely because it's his wife's brand, this
yeah.
need to be several women's releases of iconic silhouettes with that stitching incorporated. It's gonna go crazy, bro. I like it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Hopefully, because I think that's something that the female sneakerheads, because we see them and we hear them.
yeah,
Um, some of the brands are making moves. We just saw Nike, Jordan get a new president,
yeah.
female, first black female president. So it's a lot of things happening in the sneaker world involving the progression of women,
Mm-hmm.
and that just be another good. We see random Melody Asani, Nina Chanel. Um, what's the beauty supply company?
Oh yeah, no, I know you mean you Billie Eilish. You do a lot of stuff as well
Billie
with
Eilish. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's so many new things from women popping up.
It's
They
great.
getting
It's great to see.
collaborations off.
Did, did you
They
did you
doing
just say?
special. They doing special stuff too. It's not like this ain't run of the mill stuff. I mean, Billie Eilish don't her stuff didn't necessarily appeal to everybody, and that's okay.
Yeah,
She went different on purpose,
yeah,
but what they doing is working. All of them. You know what I'm saying? I
yep.
mean, Serena Williams.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We forget.
I need Serena to do some J's, man.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
I
I
need
was gonna say
Serena to
one.
do some J's.
I was gonna say one thing about this. You just mentioned it was a female. Of you is what you want to see more female collaborations on these woven sneakers. Now, we are we saying that this Jordan One Union might be a women's exclusive
It could be.
because basically,
That's a good one. It could be, bro.
and that changes the complexity of the sneaker then totally
No, it don't.
for the bigger sizes. Yeah,
No, it don't. Extended size. It's a collab. It's extended sizes automatically
but
every
doesn't
time.
guarantee doesn't guarantee.
What collab wasn't extended sizes? What
Yeah,
women's collab wasn't extended
but it
sizes?
doesn't guarantee you're gonna get it, bro. Unfortunately,
I'll wait. It don't.
it
It's gonna be hard to get anyway, bro.
yeah, yeah,
I already know that. I want this shoe really, really bad. Um, I'm gonna try to get it retail, obviously. But if I don't get it, I'm not going. I'm past that stage in my sneaker journey, bro.
what's that?
Because it took me a few years to get the I'm on my year three. You know what I'm saying? And that's like my number one. That's besides my black metallics, because that's my personal favorite.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
I'm on my year three is my one in my collection. You know what I'm saying?
I can totally understand what you're saying with that, and obviously, if you got it earlier, it would have been cheaper, and that's the
Yeah,
reality of it. So no, I get what you mean. Now, if you miss on the sneaker, and if you really want it, I think you need to pounce on it before it gets increase. Value increases on the sneaker.
yeah. But this culture that we in right now, the way it's going, is just so unpredictable, bro. It's that which makes it more shocking to me sometimes when we are spot on,
Yeah,
like spot on, like not a little bit right or kind of right, because we be a little bit right, kind of right most of the time. But when we
yeah,
spot on that 5%, 10% of the times where we
yeah,
spot on, because it is 5 or 10%, that's pretty good to be 100. You know what I mean?
yeah, 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 yeah. But
5 or
the
ten
thing.
percent to hit the bullseye, I'll take that. at this point.
Either two things could happen with this Union one. Either it sits like the Cortezes,
Hell
and
no.
or like either two things.
I
It
hope
sits like the
so.
Cortez. It sits like Cortezes, or it does or it does a Union too, where it actually sells out, but the
It's gonna
resale
sell out.
isn't high. Yeah, it will sell out. That's more likely what's going to happen. Or people love it so much that it's going to just vanish. And if it does become a women's exclusive for our size, it's going to vanish quite quickly. So from that perspective, I think I'm leaning more towards this Union one being a women's exclusive. Because of the collaboration with the Union owner and obviously his wife's company. So basically, just means that for me, it might just turn out to be a women's exclusive. And if it does become a women's exclusive, it's going to be more harder. But if it doesn't become a women's exclusive, it might be a bit more easier to be. It might be more like the Jordan 2 Union. So it's good to kind of gauge what the next couple of announcements are for this sneaker. But this is a dope. I agree. This is a dope sneaker. It's a very dope sneaker. And I do agree that the woven wave is relative for the situation it is now at the moment, because I think it's good. It's a good thing to happen.
Yeah, them waffles hard.
Yeah.
What I don't know what that top right silhouette is. It look dope.
That's the footscape, bro.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's the
yeah.
footscape.
This that bottom left silhouette not so much.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Union that's the main thing. That Union one footscape is I need it. Union one. I'm on my year 5.
A quick,
K54 too low.
a quick one, just a quick one. We're talking about triple collaborations. We've seen triple collaborations recently, quite a lot. What what triple collaborations would you want to see? Like you personally, what triple collaborations would you want to see?
I want to see city collaborations on retros,
Hmm.
on retro Jordans.
Give an example.
Um, that's this is an easy answer for me.
Yeah.
I want to see more sports franchise collaborations with the big brands
Okay.
on um on an artist design.
Oh, so you're talking about maybe like a Balvin UNC college
No.
collaboration?
I want to see, and this me right here. This
Yeah.
all the way me right here. If this your first time watching or hearing the podcast, I'm gonna give you 808 kicks right here. I want, I want a little baby Atlanta Hawks Jordan 11.
And that's the only sneaker that hasn't got a collaboration on it, bro. The
Just
Jordan 11.
a ridic and see. I think they do that on purpose. I think they keep the 11 for
Yeah.
themselves because it's one of Mike's personal favorites. It's his one
Yeah.
is it his number 2 or number 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in his top 3. So I think they hold that. I think that might be a clause for him. Like, nah, ain't
Yeah. Nobody's doing
nobody
the
gets the
collaboration. Only
11.
me. Only me.
And
I'm doing that
and
collaboration.
and it's only 2 a year. One for men, one for women.
Yeah. But that changed recently as well, because for prior to that it was only one a year. Now they've actually done it two a year.
Right. But I
Um.
think that's all on him. So yeah, I
Yeah.
want to see something stupid like that. I don't think it'll happen.
As you mentioned, the Jordan 11, the news got announced this week that the Jordan 11 DMP it's got leather upper rather than mesh.
What 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 else we got to talk about?
No, no response from QQ. Was like, you know what? Allow this. I'm done with this. Like, right. Next quick strike. Not next quick strike. Nate's main subject is relatively similar to what we discussed about in terms of the actual what do you call it? The woven wave. We're now talking about this, the craft wave. Cause let's be honest, bro. This George, okay, you've seen the Craft Fives, haven't you, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the Craft? This Georgetown five. This is the official. If these are the official pictures, if this is what we're gonna get, and this, I'm just basically saying it from a perspective of this might not be the sneaker we get. If this is the sneaker we get, bro, this is a Jordan 5 Craft Georgetown.
If this is what we getting, I'm not rolling.
Did you see? Do you see the back material for this, and the heel and the upper to the actual ankle? That material is Craft 5. The toe box on this is shiny and crackly. That material is from the Craft 5. And in actual fact, the material on the mid looks like it's the Craft 5. In actual fact, you know what? I changed my mind. This is a custom on the Craft 5. I'm adamant. I'm adamant.
And where's the orange though? I don't think it's a custom. I think it's a mock-up.
Using the Craft 5, bro.
Possibly.
Material
You know
blocking on
what?
this is exactly the same as a Craft 5.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say I think it's a mock-up. It looks pretty real.
But bro, I can grab a real picture and mock it up and it looks real. I've done that before.
If this is what we getting, I'm not rolling.
Bro, the more I think about it, the more I'm actually thinking this might be just a mock up of the Craft 5s into the Georgetowns, because I was expecting something totally different. But if this comes out like this, then this is definitely a Craft
Scroll
5
down.
Jordan. Scroll down. Look at that. Look at the shot. That shininess. I can pull out my Craft 5s right this moment in time and show
That
you
look good,
exactly the
man.
same thing. Hey?
That look good. It might be a craft. I mean, ain't nothing. Ain't no extra features on the silhouette on the craft
No,
5 like it is on the craft 4 with the little
no.
patch. So
Exactly.
I mean, if it's a craft, okay, it's cool, but it's not for me, bro. I'm not doing the white midsole. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. I wish it would. I wish it was grey. That would have been dope.
No, I wanted the all blue
All blue.
with the gray shark teeth.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I wanted.
And this is the classic case that we all mention: mock-ups being better
Yeah,
than the sneakers we might get. And
yeah,
this
that's
is the
another one.
classic case. I hate
If
this.
but we still don't know though.
Yeah, that's the mystery. It looks like we're definitely getting a Georgetown this year, but that's the mystery of what it's going to look like. And I basically refrain from anybody kind of taking this as proof that this is what the sneaker's going to look like. Obviously, there's always going to be people out there trying to be the first people to showcase the first look of a sneaker. This might not be the sneaker that we get, so refrain from making up your decision until you see official pictures from the brand. But if it does look like this, it's definitely going to be a Craft 5. But on top of that, bro.
You know, like a blue Oreo.
Yeah, it does look like a Blue Oreo, bro. I'm not even joking.
I
But
don't want
next up,
that. No, no, this is
yeah, yeah,
much
yeah,
better.
yeah, bro. This is the Olive
This
Jordan 4 Craft.
yeah, craft
This is
for olive leather,
this is
black
dope,
leather wings,
dope.
black tongue tag. I do wish there was more black on the midsole,
Yeah, but dope, bro.
but I
Dope, bro.
believe this. I think this is the olive that we've been rumored to
To come
get
out,
for the
and we thought it was
longest. People throwing around the undefeated.
the Travis as
No,
well, and
yeah, Travis too. Travis been
yeah,
attached to another olive. It's not that. Rarely is it that.
I the
Most of the
question.
time, collab information is more solid.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you agree with
I
that?
I agree with that. But we get more collaboration information, which is more solid to the cause of where it's
But
gonna become.
we always get the attachment early,
Yeah, yeah.
and we get like with the alma mater,
Yeah.
we get more officialness.
Yeah. As official as it can get. Let's just be honest.
Yeah,
Now
but this is
the
cool though.
question.
I like these. I,
Yeah,
I
like
I want more black. I want black. I want to what's the midsole? The all black with a little bit of white,
yeah,
almost like the bread insole.
yeah. But
That's what I want.
I do for that. But like, I've got the Craft 4s, and I can tell you that's a banger of a sneaker. The Craft 4s is so dope, and I'm looking forward to these Olive 4s. I mean Craft 4s. But
Yeah, these crazy. These the camo vibes,
yep,
camo
are you
colors.
are you gonna
Only thing
change the
is
laces?
missing is brown.
Are you gonna change
Nah,
the laces?
probably black. Hopefully they come with
Really?
black laces. I wouldn't do
Uh,
nothing but black in those, if not the green.
okay. I
I
was
don't, I
thinking,
don't
well,
get that though.
what's
That's
that?
that's the only thing that threw me off about it. The color of the laces and the color of the outsole are the same, and
Hmm.
color of the outsole is not in the uppers anywhere.
Do you notice the back of this looks a bit translucent? The back outsole looks translucent.
It's not.
It's not.
Yeah, I examined
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
quite a bit
But
when I first
but
saw the pictures.
a lot of people are gonna grab the sneaker up and put orange laces and turn that but Jumpman on the back orange as well. You know that.
Just get the threes, man.
Yeah, leave it to the freeze. To camel freeze are dope. Yeah, but that craft wave is happening. Obviously, we saw the reverberations of Niger come out as well. That's another craft sneaker. The craft 4s come out. The craft 5s come out. It looks like we're gonna get another Georgetown craft 5. If that pictures are true, we look like we're gonna get another Jordan 4 olive craft. So it looks like we're on this roller coaster of the craft wave. I'm down for this because I love the fact that they keep changing the material blockings and making it a bit different and a bit more uniquer, and like taking out the meshing, especially with the Jordan 4, taking out the meshing and replacing it with like suede and this perforated suede or perforated kind of material.
For maintenance purposes, that's great.
Yeah, I like
That's
it.
great.
I like it a
We
lot.
know
That
how knitting, and with the black leather wings, I just the outsole.
beautiful, bro. Beautiful, bro.
It's nice, but when I look at it, oh no, bro, I can't knock it. I don't.
Yeah,
There are things about it I don't like, but I don't knock it. It's nice.
yeah, it's dope. I personally think it's dope. A dope release, and this is obviously it looks like when the craft wave obviously does look like we're gonna get more craft sneakers. On that, just what other craft sneakers would you like to see? Would you like to see a craft 3? Because it's gonna happen.
Hmm. We got craft. I mean, I got the camo threes. That's like
Yeah.
a craft three to me.
Potentially, that's a prototype to the craft 3.
Yep,
So the Shishika 4 could be a prototype to the craft 4.
it is.
Yeah.
Do I need to pull out another sneaker?
Nah, you're
I
okay
do.
with that one, bro.
No,
because
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 you dead on. You dead on once again. We be right, bro.
because basically like when we talk about the craft variation, the craft sneakers, that whole situation is based on the material blocking being different on a
Look,
sneaker. Yeah.
that patch.
Oh, bro.
Yeah,
I said it out of the blue. I didn't realize it had the patch on the
and
back,
look,
bro.
it's got netting, but this is thread. This is not plastic. That's thread.
So the Shishiko is the prototype for the craft 4.
100%.
And so the Camo 3 is the prototype for the Craft 3 that we might get.
More than likely.
Hey, we've been hitting some home runs on the podcast, bro.
We gonna stop. We gonna stop
Hey?
telling. We gonna stop saying everything.
I just dumbfounded at the fact that we just basically say stuff and without off the cusp. That just came into my mind. The Shishiko 4's material blocking is different. It reminds me of a Craft 4. Anyway, it is not officially a Craft 4, but it reminds me that is the material blocking that makes the Craft 4 and the Craft 5 so special. So from that perspective, the Shishiko to me then is a prototype to the Craft 4, and the Camo 3, Jordan 3 Camo is going to be the prototype for the Camo, the Craft 3 that we potentially could get in the next year or two. And that's a shout out because they're just gonna keep expanding it. We've already seen the Craft 2, haven't we?
Yep.
Yep, exactly. So we've seen the Craft 1, Craft 2, Craft 4, Craft 5. We're gonna definitely
This
see
is different
a Craft 3.
materials.
Yeah, different materials.
But with the fours, they definitely that little patch on the lateral collar came from
gives
the
you that indication.
four.
Yeah, but I'm here for, and when you talk about innovations, I'm here for innovations like this. I'm here for different aspects of the sneakers like this. I love this. I absolutely love the complexity of the material blocking on the sneaker that makes it look different. I'm down for that. Absolutely down for that. Uniqueness is the key to success sometimes, and this is why I do believe, even with the woven wave, even with the actual craft wave, it's different to a point where it makes you think differently about the sneaker because it's not exactly an OG. But sometimes bro, OG of everything. We love OGs. We pick up OGs. I will pick up every OG that comes out that I like, right? In terms of my silhouettes and sneakers I like. But when you release sneakers like the craft variations or the 85 cuts or even the shishikos and the camos, animal prints, all of that stuff is so unique and so different that it's so good to have in your rotation to make it you to make
Yeah,
that uniqueness.
it'd be the one offs and the
Yep.
first ofs. That that's kind of my that's kind of been my focus
Yep.
for the most part with my collection at this point. I just want to have. I want. Don't get me wrong. I want everything, but I'm not gonna wear everything. You know what I'm
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the life of a sneaker. Like I'm sitting here, and if I had the money to do it, I would get everything I want. I'm talking about every single release I want. I've actually not gone for some releases. I'm waiting for some sales. I'm not kind of bought everything out there because I'm tempted to still get like the lucky green twos or I go back and get the camo threes or go back and get like even the shishikos or a dope sneaker, just stuff like that. I'm tempted, like, but the thing is, first of all, you can't wear everything. Second of all, you can't buy everything because obviously you can't wear everything. And third of all, finance. So basically, all of those combined, maybe in the future, and who never knows, 2 years time, we both could be in a position where we're like, all right, cool, we just buy everything, whatever, because we can afford it. But then it doesn't make logical sense just from that
saying?
generically. You can't wear everything, bro.
Yeah, I still wouldn't. I mean, shout out to people that do that. I mean, I see that a lot, and I don't feel no kind of way about it no more.
I don't.
I used to
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
some kind of way a little bit.
You can't knock people for buying whatever they want, bro. Even
No,
if it's every single pair. Because but at the end of the day, that's the passion. And when we talk about passion, that's all about passion, bro.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot, man.
But
It's a lot.
but last subject that we need to discuss on this main subject is this, bro. Is the Nike is swapping around CEOs. They're looking for a breakthrough in innovations. They've got too many unwanted Jordans piling up and Air Maxes piling up. Is first of all, is that a consequence of their own repercussions of what they've been doing by oversaturating the market?
No,
They're giving, but is that just
well,
them
yes,
giving what we want?
yes. We talked about this months ago.
Yep.
Um, the pandemic, the backlash, if you will, from the pandemic ending.
Yep.
See, the thing about the pandemic that we all had to come to the realization about, whether we know it or not, is it jammed us up at the beginning,
Yep.
it jammed us up at the end. When people, when the world finally settled into the pandemic and established a new norm,
Hmm.
we had, of course, we had resistance. We had pushback. We all had resistances to different things. Some of us just went with it. I'm one of those people because I had to. I was still working. I didn't miss one single day of work throughout the pandemic
Nor did I.
because it was a pandemic. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I did get COVID a couple times. Um, but outside of that, it was business as usual for the most part. Masked up, gloved up, sanitized up, all that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So when we talked about what Nike and Adidas, Yeezy, um, Puma, all the sneaker companies did during the pandemic and what was going to happen when people went back outside is what we looking at right here.
Hmm. That's the repercussions of COVID pretty much as well. But I do believe that brands have been.
The new norm didn't last.
Yep, yep, yep.
So somebody made some bad predictions, which is fine. That happens in business. Uh, Nike was getting a lot of money. Adidas, a lot. Everybody, New Balance, they was getting a lot of money during the pandemic because the resale business was
Booming.
it was out of here.
Hmm.
Everybody was a reseller. All the people, all the scammers, all the drug dealers, all the working class people, people that stopped working and was getting the pandemic money. We're just gonna call it the pandemic money because there were so many different ways that people
To get
was
money.
getting money during the pandemic. A lot of that was going to the sneaker game and the companies, despite how crazy the world was going, were thriving.
Hmm.
And they missed the pivot point.
When
They
when
missed
when
they
base.
missed the pivot point.
So basically, when it basically went back into pre-COVID, when it started to go back into like 2015, 2016, that's when they should have realized. But like I think to be honest, so post-COVID, I think a lot of the brands started doing a lot more like the pattern wave, the concepts and collaborations, a lot more collaborations. Well, we saw it collaborations in COVID, but we saw more of them post-COVID as well, just to keep lighting the fire under the hype, to keep it burning, to keep the resale burning. Unfortunately, you can only do that for so long before the fuel runs out, and all of a sudden people don't want to camp around your fire. And that's actually literally what's happening now. How many Air Maxes have we seen in the last couple of years, bro? After COVID, it's been crazy. Jordan ones have been just doing what Jordan ones do, that basically keep coming out, and people are like moving away from it. So now maybe, like you said, they missed the pivot point, and now they're like, maybe we missed, we maybe should kind of retract for some of these. But the
We
thing
should have
is,
slowed down.
and I agree with that, but I do feel like they want to keep that momentum from COVID, because obviously they were getting a lot more money from the consumer. And like like if you did a statistic on sales pre-COVID, sales during COVID, sales after COVID, and sales right this moment in time 2 years later, you'd see a natural incline in COVID, and now you're seeing that, like you said, that pivot point decline into post COVID.
Hmm.
And this is and what they're trying to do is to the new high. It's almost like trying to always try to get that new high, and you're trying to get that new high, but you can't, because this is what the brands keep kind of trying to light this fuel under their collect the brand, to actually keep producing innovation, to keep producing ideas, to keep producing newer things, to keep that new high still up there. And like we talk about, we kind of laugh at Adidas, or not laugh at Adidas. We kind of look at Adidas and say they've got reduction of sales because of the Yeezy situation. But is it because of the Yeezy situation, or is it because also that's compounded on the fact that they're not selling as much because COVID, during COVID they were selling as much?
Were they?
Well, they still had Yeezy, so that is actually compounded the
That
situation.
was it though. Like
No, but it's
the,
compounded the
the,
situation. But
they had Yeezy and
they,
they had Bad Bunny
they
during
still sell out with the gazelles and the superstars and all the show toes and stuff like that.
the casual stuff. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
exactly.
That didn't change for them. I don't think that changed for them much. Um, I mean, if we're not casual guys. I mean, shout out to Mars. I
Yep,
think this is a better conversation to have with him being present as
yep,
far as
yep.
the casual culture. But what my question for that is, how big of a part of their annual revenue is the casual culture representing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
versus
like I said,
just um just they regular walk-in store sales, or um sales from sponsorships or whatever the case is, or just
yeah,
their reputation. Adidas
I
is a big brand, and some people love and swear by it. Some people would
and
never wear Nikes because they love Adidas so much. The
and
opposite of
and,
me.
and it's exactly the opposite of you is it it's a coplanar. It's like literally there's just it's a spectrum of where you are. Like some people are in the spectrum of the Adidas range, some people in the spectrum of the Nike range and the Jordan range. But like when I talk about this, when I mention this, it's like I know it had a massive impact. Yeezy had a massive impact on Adidas, but I do agree with that. It kind of they have a hole to fill, and I think the fear of God is what they're relying on, which is awesome because some of the stuff that's coming out there looks dope. But when we're talking about stuff like that, like it kind of, I do believe, even with Yeezy on board, they would have seen a natural decline in sales anyway, because obviously at that point we were getting declining sales in Yeezys anyway, because a lot of people were moving away from Yeezys naturally, because obviously there was a oversaturation in the market. And this is a problem the brands
Plus,
always have.
plus all the the antics and whatnot people was
Yeah, yeah,
getting with
exactly.
before.
Ex-
The anti-Semitic stuff took him down. He
yep.
was running around with white supremacists and backing Trump and talking about running
Yeah,
for
yeah,
president and all that stuff. A lot of people didn't like that. So
yeah.
I mean,
This is why they started to
people was burning Yeezys because of his Trump relationship before the
before the
anti-Semitism stuff.
anti-Semitic. Yeah. And this is why they start to retract away from or draw away from the Yeezy brand. So naturally that was going to happen, and that's been happening during COVID as well. So I can understand that, but like for me, it was a natural progression of what was going to come out from COVID anyway. And shout out to Egot Souls on Instagram. Oh, he's the bro. He actually mentioned this during COVID. He says, wait until COVID's over, you'll find out what the real sneaker market's like. And we are
Yeah,
actually experiencing the real sneaker market. So
yeah.
shout out to the bro for saying that. It's not only me and Q that says constantly say things right. All the bros say things constantly right, because we always talk and we always have these discussions off the podcast as well. But for me, at this moment in time, yeah, there was a natural digression anyway. So, and with natural digression from COVID and from oversaturation from the brands, this is what was naturally going to happen. And
Mhm.
when you say you missed the pivot point, that's what happened, because we started to we like if you really break this down, and this is getting really deep now, if you really break this down, the collaborations that Adidas did with the designer brands was the reason why they wanted to push out more regular ZXs and Gazelles and all of that stuff, superstars, and that was the drive for the collaborations with the high end brands, because everybody was looking at those colorways like they were dope, but they're quite expensive. I'll wait for the regular release, and then when they released a similar colorway to the designer brands, people were jumping on that, which is a dope, which is a dope strategy anyway. Then we saw with Jordan brand with the collaborations, the Sakai, the unions, the what do you call it, the concepts, the Travis, all of that was the drive to keep the sales up, and you can understand because you don't want to lose the sale incentive from COVID. Now, because you've done that, you've oversaturated the market massively, right? And an example of how relevant Yeezy was Yeezy Day this week that's happened, bro. Some of those pairs sat for ages, like the Carbon Belugas and Onyx 350s sat there for ages because there
Yeah, I
was no
saw.
real.
I could have grabbed
Yeah,
my size, and I
exactly.
checked a couple of them.
And that's a great indication. Even though haven't had Yeezys for 2 years, there was no real hype on those pairs
A lot of
because
people
there
are
was.
off him too, though. A lot more people are off him right now too.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So you can understand all of that. Now, like that was always going to be the case. That was always going to be the case. And like I said, oversaturation of the market is going to cause this downturn effect on your sales, because there's not sneakers. A lot of sneakerheads buy sneakers because they're exclusive, and a lot of sneakerheads now. And you know what? It's even compounded it even further. The current climate, the fact that the cost of living is high, that all compounded it. So
Yeah,
when you say you missed a pivot point, that's the pivot
yeah.
point, bro.
It's not. It ain't 2020 no more, bro.
Hmm.
You might make your money back if you're selling online.
Yep.
and that depends on what it is you're trying to flip.
Yep.
I mean, it's
It's
not this ain't that no more. It's
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's, it's few and far between. You know, those are the ones that we talk about um at length, the ones that we covet, and people that know ain't no more every weekend trying to buy every size and make a 50, 60, $100 profit on.
It's
No,
no longer that case. It's
it's
no
over.
longer that case, bro.
It's
That,
way
those days
over,
are
bruh, bruh,
we're 3 years. We're 3 years past that date, bro. 3 years.
bruh. I saw pandas sitting on the shelf.
Yeah, I know. They've been sitting there. They've been sitting there from the last release.
I walked into a local sneaker shop and saw Panda Dunk lows sitting on the shelf. It's over.
Bro, Dorothy has left Oz. She's got her red slippers on and said, "Take me home, take me home, take me home," and it's all done and dusted because Dorothy is no longer in Oz. We are no longer 3 years old from COVID. We are 3 years advanced from COVID, bro. Because
Yeah.
basically it means that the strategies change, bro. Strategies change all the time. If you don't adapt your strategy, if you don't adapt to the times, you will be left behind. And this, I'm not saying Jordan Brand or Nike or Adidas have been left behind. They haven't assessed the market.
No.
We've been saying it through COVID, just recently after COVID. They need to stop down on the Jordan 1 because there's too many Jordan 1s coming out.
It's a
There's
little
too many
it's just
coming
a
out.
little bit too much, bro.
Yeah.
They can slow down. They can slow down 15, 20% on releases.
Yep. Yep. And I think they
And
might do that. I
I
think they
think
might
it'll
do
be
that with this
cool. It'll still be because we still get those months. Like we just talked about everything that's coming out in June, right? And
June's
we
dry.
still because every time we do it, the day after or the week after, it's five more sneakers that popped up that's coming out that month.
Hmm.
You know,
Now,
it's or something
remember,
from July might slide back into June, or something from June might move into July, or stuff. It's so much, bro, and so much. It's so much dope stuff coming out, bro.
remember I said to you, I hope, oh no, I think the Jordan 1 Lost and Found is the big deal, like the last big Jordan 1, and then I would think they'll start to reduce the Jordan 1s releasing. That hasn't happened, and that was me trying to indicate to the brand, you need to slow down. You really need to slow down because your GR Jordan 1s ain't selling out anymore.
Yeah,
You really
we,
do.
we be wrong too sometimes.
Yeah, we be wrong too sometimes, but on that occasion, we are all right. Cool. Take the collaborations out. Take the collaborations out of the
You
equation
got
because we're talking about general release sneakers.
yeah,
We're
yeah,
talking about Laneys. We're talking about Pine Green ones. We're talking about the what do you call it? The elephant print ones. We're talking about
yeah,
even
definitely.
we're talking about sneakers that just come out and have no relevant meaning, but they're still special. A Lady one is dope, bro. Absolute dope sneaker. But when I talk about these type of sneakers will go and sit and go and sell eventually, and this is what we're talking about. Not Union ones, not Lost and Found Chicago reimagined because they're always going to sell out. We're talking about those type of sneakers because at the end of the day, it's good to see them go and sell. But now, obviously, looks like Jordan Brand are thinking about repurposing some of those CEOs in different positions to get innovations. Like I had this discussion with you offline. I'm like, if you want innovations, there's loads of innovators out there. We just given like a couple of ideas on the podcast. You can go and hire a cool guy or a shoe surgeon to come in-house to the brands and kind of make some innovation. There's a lot of potential out there for the brands. There is definitely a lot of potentials out there for the brand. If I was in the CEO position in Nike, I'll be looking at customizers ideas. I'll be looking at hiring people to come in and bring that innovation with them, and we're looking at new aspects of design and new aspects of how we can do things better, strategize better. And also on top of that, bro, there's talent out there outside the brand. Yeah, I think personally you can do what you want within the within the brands themselves, but there's so much potential in the community. They need to reach out to the community and say, all right, cool, we need your help here.
and then we're gonna give them grief when they work with the person once or twice, and then do something similar without them. So
But that's the way consumerism works, bro. I
it's
was trying to
gonna,
get my words out. That's
it's gonna
consumerism
be
101.
it's gonna be three Kai Jordans, and then all of a sudden it's gonna be a Jordan 1 remix that got elements from the cool Kai Jordan. And we gonna be like, it's a poor man's Kai.
You are right there. I'm not gonna lie, you are not right there. You are right there. But bro, when I talk about innovations, when we talk about the complexities of design and different fabrics and different material blockings, and when we talk about different, like, bro, you just need to roll our podcast for the last 3, 4, 5 weeks, and you listen to all of the ideas infused into our podcast. I'm not saying Nike and Jordan Brand or Adidas should be hiring us for this stuff, but all I'm saying is there's ideas out there from a lot of people that kind of could get involved and could
Mhm.
get involved with the brands that could actually elevate the design aspect and bring some more inspirations and breakthrough inspirations and innovations. This is where we're at with the
and
situation. I
and
think,
and that's why we gonna stop until we get to a point where they can't deny,
yeah.
and we'll go from there. That's why we gonna stop. We gonna stop. We gonna stop giving all the ideas. We just do it. We just do it. It's gonna be some moments in the future where it's gonna seem like we finna say something. Cause I wanted to stop you. It was one point I wanted to stop you today, but
Yeah.
I didn't. This time I was right not to stop you.
Yeah.
But the other two times where I should have stopped you, I didn't see it coming, and I don't appreciate it. So we gonna stop. We gonna stop. We gonna
Oh,
do it. We said it on
apologies, bro.
here. And, you know,
Apologies.
no. Hey, don't apologize. 'Cause I done did it to myself too. And when we say it, we most of the time we do it. 90% of the time, when we say it on here, we do it. So
Yeah, yeah. But the thing is, the reason why we say and do stuff on the podcast is like, guys, I'm gonna be honest. On a Sunday when I sit down and do the podcast with Q, I'm excited to do the podcast. I'm excited to kind of give my thoughts that haven't been materialized yet onto the mic, because obviously this is like live. This is not scripted. We talk from the heart. We talk with the passion that we bring to the podcast, and this is one take and done. Like, we don't edit this. Like, we don't go back and edit clips unless there's a technical fault. And when you're excited and you're passionate, this is what happens. You end up saying stuff that you're not meant to say
yeah,
on the podcast,
yeah,
that's the realistic side to it, because it's not because we want the next idea, we want the next revolution, we want the next thing, we want it to ourselves. We bring the passion and the love for it, and it naturally comes out. And unfortunately, that's always going to be the case. It might not be the case. You might see us like kind of tag some stuff and write some stuff down. So I should have wrote it down, because I've wrote a couple of notes down off the podcast already. But unfortunately, guys, like, it's like I said, passion, just passion.
yeah. And now it's time to go.
Do
Until
you want to
next
do this week?
time.
Do you want to
Hmm?
do this week's sneaker court?
We ain't got no court, bro. I told
Okay,
you I
cool.
ain't I ain't charging. I can't charge Nike or any other brands for because we called it
Yeah, you called it.
for for what we feel is and what's being reported as a bad strategy coming out of the pandemic. We called it.
Yeah. Yep.
Be right.
But okay, cool. No sneaker court for this week. But I'm just gonna share this quickly with you guys, because this is what I was gonna take to court. Yes, don't be
Oh, you
this.
talking about that?
Hey.
I forgot about that. No, that what's the dude name? The Young Bucks
Yeah.
wrestlers. They like I was telling you yesterday. They they do stuff
The
with
Jordan.
sneakers. They got the Jordan Spider Man next chapter and put fireworks. One of the dudes put fireworks in the heel and did a super kick.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
got
it's
dangerous.
goofy. it's goofy, it's dangerous, but it's pro wrestling. Like that's what pro
Yeah.
wrestling is. It's goofy and dangerous.
Don't try this at home, guys. And on that note, I'm gonna just say quickly, if I can put it,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
guilty,
Yeah, okay, okay.
guilty for foolish
Listen,
behavior. That was a quick.
listen.
That was a semi half a court case.
Yeah, no, because that's what they do, bro. I mean, we both watch wrestling growing up. I don't keep up, I think, as much as you do nowadays. I don't think you really keep up that much, do you?
Yeah, I keep up from time to time. TikTok is my friend when it comes to most of the
Okay,
wrestling
okay.
stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, they do stuff with J's. They wear J's all the time. They wear good sneakers all the time.
Yeah,
But the
bloodlines have
Spider
been
Mans
kind of
ain't
pushing.
going for much, so I
Hmm.
can understand them. Because they probably got nice budgets.
Yeah,
Making good money. So they whoever shout out, I guess shout out to whoever customized that.
yep.
I mean, it was a moment. It was a moment, a pro wrestling moment. Man get kicked in the head from Spider Man's, and then sparks pop out of his forehead. Boy, I kick fire. That's literally kicking the fire out that boy.
Yeah,
You
cool.
ever heard somebody say I slap
That's-
fire?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I heard
He
that.
kicked fire out that boy.
But make sure you're not. Make sure you don't act on this foolish behavior because otherwise you'll be
Oh my god.
Conrad Bourrier to the rescue every day, coming back with another chapter of the Shootout
Oh man.
podcast. He's our mascot for the year, bro.
I'm
Definitely, you're
ready.
gonna see more and more of him.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. All right. On that note, thank you for tuning in, guys. And Q, call us out, bro. Call us out. Call us out.
Yo, man, we appreciate everybody, all the audio listeners, all the YouTube viewers, all the IG subscribers, TikTok followers, subscribers, all that, man. Hit all them buttons, man. Comments, hit us up in the DMs. Don't come with no scams, bro. We ain't going for no scams. Okay. And everybody have a great day, great week, great month, great year. And
Yeah,
hopefully
yeah, yeah.
everybody can stay away from stuff I want, man. Get the other stuff.
Stay away from size. US size 11, UK size 10.
Yeah. Leave them
They're not
alone.
for you. You know what?
We'll
You know what?
tell
You'll
you.
be, you'll be, you'll be standing in the store and saying UK 10, US 11 sneakers, and you were like, not for you. And then every time you'll be the bouncer of the shop, and you're like, what size you want? A size 11 US, not for you. Exit, please.
Look, we'll tell you about them on the podcast and the reviews. All right.
Yeah, that's what you need to know. On that note, peace out, guys. Peace.